Expected number of businesses were hiring last month, a big drop from the month before. University of Michigan economics professor Justin Wolfer says it was a sobering wake-up.
After the previous jobs report, it was a yabba-dabba-doo moment. It looked like the economy was sailing forward and was downright strong. This has caused us not just this month's number, but a couple of the revisions to the previous months. It has brought us back down to this is healthy, but it's not amazing.
The Trump administration plans a big fireworks display in Washington, D.C. for America's 250th birthday. However, the administration is also reportedly eyeing the prospect of dangerous air pollution as a result. The revelry expected amid the scorching heat wave that could trigger respiratory issues for some. An 11-hour bombardment of Kyiv, Russian drones and missiles pounding Ukraine's capital, killing at least 21 people. Families had to move underground, some of them taking shelter in the subways. This is ABC News. When President Trump struck the USMCA trade deal with Mexico and Canada in his first term, he called it, quote, the best agreement we've ever made. Well, now the White House says the U.S. will not renew the deal unless changes are made. Administration officials point to what they say are shortcomings in trade with both countries. A big change is coming to the video game world. ABC's Dave Packer says goodbye to the discs.
For more than 30 years, video gamers with PlayStations have been carefully taking care of those game discs. But soon there won't be any discs at all. Sony now says come January of 2028, it won't be releasing any more games on physical discs. Video game giant Rockstar beating Sony to the punch, announcing the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 will only be sold as a download. Dave Packer, ABC News.
The first set of events due to start in a few hours in the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift weekend wedding extravaganza at Madison Square Garden. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
For the 4th of July holiday, I'll tell you where the biggest travel headaches are expected. But first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic with Ted Beener.
All right, that crash continues on the eastbound ramp from the Stadium District to I-90. It continues to block the left lane. We've got traffic backed up to First Avenue. And on northbound 509, just north of Cloverdale, that disabled vehicle there that was blocking the left lane has cleared. Otherwise, traffic volumes for your Thursday morning commute, relatively light. No other reported crashes or stalls in your way. Do have some slowing in the usual spots, such as some merge crowding on southbound 405 around the 522 interchange. Coming in from the south end, northbound I-5 has braking from Albro into downtown, and northbound 405 slows at times from the Renton curves into Newcastle through that construction zone. Renton to Bellevue is 27 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle is 35 minutes. 23 of those are from South Center. And from Snohomish County, Everett to Seattle and Bellevue, both of those have dropped to just under a half hour. This traffic report is brought to you by Wilcox Farms. For a convenient, healthy snack on the go, look for ready-to-eat Wilcox hard-boiled eggs. Find Wilcox eggs at Costco, Metro Market, Safeway, and other local grocers. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Ted Beener.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. State ferries are already jammed with World Cup visitors, and now comes the holiday weekend rush. KIRO News Radio's Corin Hake reports it's all part of a busy 4th, 3rd, and 2nd of July.
Add up soccer fans and the local holiday weekend travelers, and state ferries expect 400,000 riders to board a ferry this weekend. You can expect long lines and extended wait times today and tomorrow heading toward the islands, and then similar delays heading back Sunday and Monday. At SeaTac Airport, spokesman Perry Cooper says today could be one of the airport's busiest days of all time.
Be sure you give yourself enough time to get into the terminal. If you've already got your ticket boarding pass printed out before, that's great.
But Cooper tells the Gee and Ursula Show on KIRO News Radio, TSA checkpoints are flowing smoothly now that the brand new Checkpoint 1 is up and running. Corin Hake, KIRO News Radio.
Monday night's round of 16 World Cup match setup is set for Seattle. The United States will take on Belgium. Belgium beat Senegal in Seattle Stadium, and the U.S. took out Bosnia-Herzegovina in Santa Clara. American and Belgian fans were partying hard last night in Pioneer Square.
People are so excited. There's a lot of people who are local, who either couldn't get a ticket because it was too expensive, or just wanted to soak in the vibes. There's a lot of people coming in and out. I also noticed quite a few people just posting out in front of the stadium on the street corner, or right in this entry area where there's kind of like a gap at the fence where you can see like into the scoreboard and see all the fan reaction. A lot of people have been there all week.
That's KIRO News Radio's Jillian Rafferty. She'll be covering Monday night's match. King County says President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance will not attend the game. According to the Seattle Times, officials had warned a presidential visit could have meant temporary flight restrictions, heavier security, and significant traffic disruptions around the stadium and Seattle area airports. A Bellevue man has officially been charged with first-degree murder for the October 2025 death of his wife. KIRO 7 TV's Nia Bliss reports.
King County prosecutors say 30-year-old Avinash Narn premeditated the strangulation of his wife, Rajita Sabaneni, and staged the crime scene before police arrived at their Bellevue home in October of 2025. Bellevue police were told Narn and Sabaneni had only been married for a few months before she was found in a locked bathroom. Police say Narn claimed he was running errands when she was killed, but charging documents reveal data from a security system helped police figure out Narn was the only other person at home with his wife.
Narn is being held on $5 million bail and faces a possible life sentence if convicted. Your next Starbucks order could come with a TikTok behind the scenes.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mocha cookie crumble frappuccino.
Starbucks is partnering with TikTok to launch a new creator network that will pay participating baristas to make content about their work. According to the Seattle Times, the company says employees already post on social media at a higher rate than workers at similar restaurant chains. And now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Clouds again today. Highs will be in the mid-60s. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh, you thought you was getting the best of today, didn't you? No. We are live and in color. Well, we live in the studio right now. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. We're going to have a good time. Pre-4th of July coming up, celebrations. I don't know what kind of stuff we're going to be talking about with the 4th coming up, but we got a big show today. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. I know both of us here on what is actually a holiday.
Yeah.
An official company holiday. Look at that.
And if you want to be official, and this is if you guys want to go to the barbecue and you want something to get you kicked out of the barbecue, bring this up.
Okay.
Technically, it all went down on July 2nd, but the press release was on July 4th.
Right?
They did all the work on July 2nd. Like, okay, run that thing, right? And, okay, it was official, but the press release wasn't until July 4th. So at the top of the paper, it was July 4th. Technically.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's all I got for you. I believe now. That's all I got for the show.
Okay. First of all, we're going to hear about your World Cup moment.
Man.
Okay, so we have got all kinds of World Cup coverage for all of you. And even if you don't like soccer, Peter and some others who've texted us, we'll still have a lot of stuff for you. Okay? So, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO, coming up at 9:30. Here's a story for you. Being overweight should not make a woman less employable, but there's a new study that suggests in the real world it still does.
Right.
But there's something that may be changing that. So we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about the college majors that are seeing a big drop in job offers. It's a story that you sent us.
Is that right?
Yes, yes. But let's get to it.
All right. Paul in 253 says, gee, that hat is tripping me out. That is a FIFA Team USA, FIFA World Cup Team USA hat. Just wanted to let everybody know.
And it looks very 4th of July-ish.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
That's right, it does. Okay, Ursula, let's go. Top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergas Law.
Okay, the matchup a lot of soccer fans were hoping for is now official.
There's the final whistle. Seattle, we're coming back.
Yeah, the U.S. men are coming back to Seattle for the final World Cup match in this city anyway, with a trip to the quarterfinals on the line. The Americans beating Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0 last night in Santa Clara, their first knockout round win since 2002.
I'm feeling awesome. Let's go, baby. U.S. win 2-0 with one man down.
I thought when I was screaming that I was going to pass out. Like, I was so excited. I mean, I cannot believe it. It's amazing.
You too, G?
I did
You
that.
too?
No, I did that on the pitch, giving my little thing. I almost get passed out.
Okay, so Folarin Balogun, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, scored just before halftime, but then came the controversy. In the 64th minute, he was shown a red card after a review, putting the U.S. down a man for the final 30 minutes. Of course, the team survived it, and Malik Tillman gave them breathing room with a free kick goal in the 82nd minute. But now Balogun is suspended for Monday's match against Belgium at Seattle Stadium. And, G, you're going to tell us that's a big loss, right?
Yeah.
Because he's been the U.S. team's leading scorer in this tournament. So here's men's head coach Mauricio Pochettino, who was not happy with the call.
Watching after on TV, and never was the intention to step up of the player. That was a normal action in football that happened because by accident, and it's never intentional. That is why for me it's never red card.
Okay, I want to hear first your reaction to the U.S. pulling it off and coming back here on Monday, and then tell us about the red card.
Fans in the stands and around the globe, welcome to the most beautiful city in the world. Welcome to Seattle.
Ooh.
I had to get all hyped up.
You're
there.
ready.
Yeah.
You're ready for Monday.
I'm ready. I'm getting ready. First, when we first got to rehearsals,
yes,
in early, like 6 weeks ago,
yeah,
and we were talking about the matches that were already set. So we knew that Team USA on Juneteenth would play against Team Australia.
Yep.
So we knew that was happening. However, if this happens and this happens and this happens, that means there's a potential that Team USA could be back here playing someone on July 6th. And they were saying, hey, that might be a big one. Now, here we are. It's about to happen. Yeah. It's on like Maddie Stone. It's about to go down like 4 flat tires. Ursula, it's real. I know you hurting a little bit.
Yes.
We going to talk about the ticket prices because Laura knows.
In a minute. Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
But
you never thought that, well, I mean, I don't want to say you never thought, but it was like everything had to go right to get it to this point. And here we are.
And here we are. And this is, I just want to just say this. I know that people have podcasts where they make money to demonize Seattle. Do you guys understand how amazing Seattle is? Let me give you an example. When you are talking about Seattle and you're saying, oh, Seattle's got this and 12th and Jackson and all this stuff, what city are you comparing it to? If you do it that way, compare Seattle to other cities in the United States. Seattle, Ursula, is on full display. We had baseball that happened last season. We had the playoffs. We had the Super Bowl champion parade, the Seahawks. We got HBO's Hard Knocks getting ready to come to Seattle. We've had the World Cup games here in Seattle. We're getting ready to have one of the biggest matches ever in the history.
Yes.
That's going to happen on Monday. I know that's not what you asked, but I just wanted to just point out just how big Monday is about to be, and just how Seattle has been stepping up every step of the way.
Well, funny you mention that because the Seattle Times actually spoke to some Belgian fans who came to town for yesterday's match.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've always wondered, hey, what does the rest of the world think of us? I mean, do they think, hey, it just rains all the time, or it's just too expensive over there, or it's a hellhole, as some would have you believe? And the Seattle Times says they talked to Belgian fans who were not just impressed by the soccer atmosphere here. They said that Seattle is a hidden gem. It was the word that was used. They talked about how they people don't realize how clean it is, compared to other cities. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to discount some of the issues that we have. I have to keep saying that. But they talk about how green it is, how easy it is to get out on the water, into the mountains, into a brewery. I mean, it's just it has been showing up.
It has been. And Ursula, to your point, and I'm being serious. Can we all agree that nothing's perfect? Okay,
yes.
we agree with that. Right now, if I were to come to your house, if you were to come to my house, and you listening, if I was to come to your house, you mean to tell me I can't find any problem areas in your house? You might have a nice house. But there is, you got a laundry basket somewhere with full of dirty clothes.
Yeah.
You got that part of the house.
Yeah.
You got that one drawer that you stuff everything in. You got the shed. There's parts of your house that's not perfect.
Yes.
But I was talking to so Belgian fans, they pull up all through by the stadium, the hall, that's where we were last night to watch Team USA after the match.
Yes.
Belgium was all through there. They were all through the hall, and they love it here. As a matter of fact, a lot of the people, the amazing people that I work with, I got some from Australia, I got some from England, I have some from Switzerland, and they all keep talking about how amazing Seattle is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they also came really good timing. You cannot find a better place than Seattle in the summertime. It's tough. I will say, as someone who's lived around the world, it's tough. But I want to actually mention, because you said Belgian fans, I think they were in an especially good mood, because when I left to go to a friend's house last night, they were losing.
Yeah.
And then they won 3-2 in extra time after a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we were down 2-0, and when they got that pen, we went nuts. We freaked.
Best comeback of all time. Best game in the World Cup, for sure.
Again, so just talk about the things that had to happen to have Monday's game be what it is.
Right.
Like, what?
Now, do you mind if I bring you guys into the stadium with me?
Yes, I need to. I wanted to.
Okay, so let me just tell you what's happening. You're right. Team Senegal, the energy the entire time. They were on top.
And was the crowd kind of more pro Senegal?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I was seeing little posts about that.
Oh, yeah, it was pro Senegal, right? Okay. So, but Belgium had already been here before, right?
Yes.
So, not the fact that Belgium's not excited.
Yes.
Their excitement is different. It
was like rooting for the underdog.
It's like Ursula and Gee, right? Both Ursula and Gee are excited about the topic.
Yes.
One is a little bit more vocal.
Yes.
And one, you know what I mean?
A little more chill.
So Belgium, Senegal was Gee and Ursula.
Okay.
Now, so Ursula, so I'm doing my thing. We're at the 83rd minute of the match.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay, it's 2-0 Senegal.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm getting ready for my post-match comments that I'm going to get on and talk about.
Yeah.
Hey, fans, what an amazing match. Oh, my goodness, the energy was electric. Team Senegal came out to play today. Looks like they will be here on Monday in preparation for the team in the winner between Bosnia and Herzegovina and USA. So I am preparing that. That's in the 83rd minute.
Yes.
Ursula, in the 88th minute, it's 2-2. It's 2-2.
And you're doing what?
What the heck?
You're like, to heck with these notes.
So then now, they Ursula, they radio in my ear. Oh, Gee, Angelica, listen. Okay, I'm doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
Hey, just so you guys know, if it goes to OT, we're going to have 2 15-minute halves, which we already prepared for this.
Sure.
2 15-minute halves. Now, if 2 15-minute halves, if they're still going, then we'll have penalty kicks, all that kind of stuff, goal kicks. I'm like, all right, cool. So then at the very end, the match, in the regulations, 2-2, we come on, we tell the people, hey, this is what's going on, get ready, there's 2 15-minute halves, it's going to go down, and then Ursula goes down there, and then you had that penalty kick happen, and wow, stadium, and
it's like it was the wind out of out of the sails.
I'm glad you asked me that. When I was walking out of the stadium, and I was walking with and around Team Senegal. And I'll tell you what it reminded me of, but it's still not quite the hurt that we had, because this was the hurt that we, Seattle, you guys know where I'm getting ready to say. You know what I'm getting ready to say. But it was close. Like, they were walking out of there like, what just happened?
What did just happen?
Like, what just happened?
They had it right there.
It was 2-0 with at 83-minute mark, and it was 2-2.
That hurts.
That hurt. But boy, it was excitement.
And you were talking about a moment, a World Cup moment.
Yeah, because that was it. In the very beginning, when we got to the World Cup and rehearsals and stuff like that, they say, hey, just so you all know, there's going to be a World Cup moment that you're going to have. And I was like, okay, yeah, Team USA, that was a World Cup moment. Hanging out with Paris Hilton. Yeah, that was a World Cup moment. You know what I'm saying?
Stop. You haven't even mentioned that until now.
That's right, I didn't know.
No. When did you hang out with Paris Hilton?
She posted me pictures of me and Angelica, everything. Yeah.
Gee, why is that not on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page, dude?
I don't know. but I just want to say, but that was cool. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, the difference is the energy, it's a knockout round, right?
Yeah, it's like all or nothing.
This is all or nothing. So it's like the difference between regular season football or baseball and then playoff football and baseball, and that was the energy right there. So going back to Monday, what them tickets talking about, Ursula?
Okay, we're looking at, according to SeatGeek, the highest price. Okay, let's just go for the cheap seats. To get into the door, $3,000. A little under $3,000. Highest price tickets, more than $20,000. And at last check, they were saying there were about 600 or so tickets left. I'm sure there are people who are going to be selling them, for a lot more. Let's just put it that way. Right. There's going to be a lot of gouging, I'm going to guess. So the question would be, is this once in a lifetime enough to justify once-in-a-lifetime kind of spending for a ticket? And if not, how are you going to enjoy the game? Because I actually switched up my plans for Monday.
You did?
As to what we're going to do. Mm-hmm.
What you going to do?
Now, because I was going to have lunch with my friend Dawn.
Okay.
And now, instead, we're going to have lunch together downtown.
Oh, that's going to be...
And then...
Better get there early.
Yes, we are. So we're going to eat around 1:30.
Okay.
And then we're going to do what I did last week, which is just go to Fan Zone. I mean, just go to the Fan Zone.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That's going to be...
Yeah, and so there's going to be a whole group of us.
I want to share this with you. Last night, I was getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
I was watching. I don't know what I was watching. I don't remember. And then Lillian goes, oh, man. That's going to be a big game on Monday. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a big game.
Huge.
And he says, I guess I probably couldn't go to that one, huh? and the thing is she knows, right?
Yep.
But sometimes, sometimes you just, I had that feeling like, oh, man.
Are you going to try to get a ticket? I mean, it's starting at close to 3,000.
I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. I mean, and by the way, text in right now. We would love to know if you're somebody that's like, and by the way, let me just say it this way. The last time the World Cup was in the United States.
Yes.
Personally, it's never been in Seattle before. But the last time it was in the United States was 32 years ago.
Yes.
1994.
Yes.
So I can't tell you when the next men's World Cup will be in Seattle.
Yes.
So my question, and by the way, on Monday,
it's a once in a lifetime.
Is the last World Cup game. So my question, if you is it worth it?
Exactly. Now, yesterday, Angela was encouraging people because yesterday the tickets were like closer to $500 or $600 to get in, that you could get in, and people were giving her grief. Dave in Snohomish County.
Why?
Because she was saying, even if you have to use the credit card, maybe this would be worth it this time to have a little debt. And now we're talking about tickets that are closer to $3,000.
I would say this. Do what Ursula's doing.
Right.
No, straight up. I mean,
for real. It's going to be an incredible energy no matter what.
Incredible energy. in and around the stadium, go do that.
Yeah. Come hang with us.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big group of us.
Go hang with Ursula.
I know. I'm envious of you, though. I'll tell you that.
Okay, what you want to do next? I don't want to do the college majors, so what do you want to do next?
You don't want to do that.
No. But I do want to talk about women taking weight loss drugs.
How about, women taking weight loss drugs, and what does that have to do with job opportunities?
Okay. All right. We'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
State Senator Jamie Peterson drafted one of the state's most progressive taxes to date, the income tax on millionaires.
Engaging conversation.
We pay teachers the fourth highest of any state in the country.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
The Seahawks, they're bringing it home again.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate, and there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466. 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
Hey, John, why don't you tell everybody why you started going to Longevity Medical Clinic?
No, I don't want to do that. I can tell you, I started going to Longevity Medical Clinic before I started doing these commercials, but that why I went is not important.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Okay. I'll tell you. I was a Sammamish City Council member, and whenever they had asked me to do the Pledge of Allegiance, I couldn't make it through the whole thing without crying. I know, it's so dumb. I mean, I know I'm patriotic, but what the heck? So I go into Longevity Medical Clinic, and I explain this to them, that there's something wrong with my hormones or something, and they see the testosterone and the estrogen are all out of balance. We balance all that stuff, and I can do the Pledge of Allegiance without crying. But I've also noticed that I deal with stress a lot better, don't I?
Yes, you're a lot easier to live with
because
you're getting more sleep, you have more energy, you're better organized, and I'm not helping you look for your car keys every morning.
Right, because now I've taken the steps to take care of my mind and body. I strongly recommend anybody get the free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Easy Cater, the workplace food platform, makes it easy to order food for all your workplace needs.
From favorite restaurants, don't forget that.
Who are you?
Tina. I'm Tina. I use Easy Cater at my job.
Well, I am the voice of Easy Cater. Don't you have work to do?
Not as much now that Easy Cater saves me all that time ordering food for the office, with great options for any group size or budget, all on one platform. Just trying to spread the word.
Fine, let's do the last bit together. Easy Cater, it's all the food for your workplace.
All in one
one place. Start an order at easycater.com.
Oh, you're not terrible.
For 2 weeks only, Carpet Liquidators pays the sales tax. Shop the largest in-stock selections today. From carpet to flooring, we've got you covered at Carpet Liquidators.
Widely retail, Carpet Liquidators.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The Trump administration plans a big fireworks display in D.C. for America's 250th birthday. ABC's Stephen Portnoy explains.
The late-night pyrotechnic display is expected to last 40 minutes, making for the biggest fireworks show in memory on the National Mall. But the Washington Post reports the revelry could prompt respiratory issues. The paper cites internal National Park Service documents urging against prolonged exposure to the particulate matter from the 850,000 explosives, saying the fireworks could lead to elevated levels of pollution in D.C. for 3 to 6 hours after the show.
The state attorney general's office will investigate the May 26 disaster at the Nippon Dynawave Paper Company in Longview for any signs of criminal activity. More from KIRO News Radio's Corin Haig.
State Attorney General Nick Brown's office has announced it will investigate the chemical tank blast that killed 11 for any potential criminal activity or wrongdoing and will initiate any needed prosecutions. In a statement, the AG's office says it is making no allegations or presuming any wrongdoing. Rather, the office says it will launch a thorough examination of potential violations of state law. Brown says the Cowlitz County prosecutor requested the assistance and that in cases like this, the AG's office offers unique expertise and resources. Corwin Hake, KIRO News Radio.
Meanwhile, a worker at that plant was hospitalized just yesterday after an unspecified medical event. Investigators say there was no chemical leak or spill involved. Drivers caught speeding in active highway work zones in our state will no longer get a warning. Kyle Miller, the program manager for WashDOT, tells KIRO 7 TV.
We see speeds, 90 plus miles an hour through our work zones. We really just want folks to slow down.
This month, the first violation captured by a work zone speed camera will bring a $125 fine. Additional fines will cost you up to $248. Officials say cameras are only used when workers are actively on the job. Now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic brought to you by KIRO News Radio. The biggest slowdowns are on the east side right now. 405 from Alderwood to South Center is running about 40 minutes. Bellevue to Federal Way is also delayed, taking you about 31 minutes right now. Elsewhere, I-5 is moving well with Alderwood to South Center holding steady at 25 minutes. Other drive times right now, Bellevue and Linwood about 15 minutes. Bellevue to Redmond at 7 minutes right now. Your traffic report brought to you by KIRO News Radio. For your weather, clouds again today. Maybe we'll see some sun peaks later this afternoon. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Yes, Gee and I are live today. It is an official company holiday, but Gee and I are so dedicated to hanging out with all of you that we said, please let us work. Or something like that.
And by the way, Ursula in the 10 o'clock hour is trying to make me not choose joy.
Well, we're gonna keep it local. We're gonna start off keeping it local.
Yeah.
And we do need to talk about a few things, and so we'll get into that at 10. Okay, but right now we need to talk about this new study at Harvard And the question I've got is, will people treat you differently if you start losing weight? That is the question that was done by Harvard. And,
yes, they do.
And in fact, that is what they have found in this research. Professor of economics Rebecca Diamond says one of her friends made this offhand comment about feeling like she was treated differently, a lot better after going on a GLP-1, which a lot of people are taking these days. Laura, you were looking into it real quick?
Yeah, so reportedly 10 million people are currently on a GLP-1, and 1 in 8 Americans say that they've ever tried one.
There you go. Okay, so there are a lot of people who are losing a lot of weight right now. And the data from this research was revealing, because turns out going on a GLP-1 won't just help you lose weight, it will help you get a job. So if you were unemployed before taking the medication, your odds of getting a job rose by 27% after a year and a half on the drug. And it's not just about first impressions, because if you are already working, you're not more likely to get a better job or a promotion. And it's not just jobs, it is relationships as well. Single women who start a GLP-1 are more likely to get married or start living with a partner. Okay, and I'm just like cringing with the results of the study. The data also shows you're more likely to land a job and a relationship, but the women in the study did not report better life satisfaction. So
I no, go back.
I
think you need to repeat that.
Yes.
That's probably the most important thing that you've said. Say that again.
So even though more single women on this medication were more likely to get married or start living with a partner, the women in the study did not report better life satisfaction. It also indicates, though, that GLP-1s are causing a greater wealth and social divide. One of the reasons. Do you know how expensive these medications are? Especially if you don't have insurance that'll cover it. You're talking, you could be spending $500 a month, sometimes as much as $1,000 a month for 4 shots. So it's once a week. In some cases, it could be over $1,000 a month. Wow. It could be $500 a month if you're able to get a discount from the makers of these drugs. And then if you're lucky enough to have a prescription and an insurance that actually covers it, which more and more are, then it could be more like $150 a month. But if you're low income, I mean, that's just not an expense that you can afford. So that could actually widen the gap.
Right. You know, we have to all be honest about this topic. We all know that pretty privilege exists. Right? Subconsciously, we all have our ways of doing it. And I want to first start off by this. We, Ursula, do a terrible job in society of judging people that we believe to be overweight. It's terrible.
Now, what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that I think that since we were kids in our entire lives here, right, the representation is something.
Yes.
What we see on TV.
Unrealistic.
What we see in the movies. What we see in the magazine. I mean, let's be real. And you know the story I'm about to tell, because I literally tell this same story all the time. When I was younger, and I would be in the grocery stores, and if you guys remember this, Oprah Winfrey was always on the cover of the Inquirer or some type of magazine. And when I was a kid, I used to be confused. And what I was confused about is I couldn't understand. I mean, this is the truth. I couldn't understand why Oprah looked like that in the magazine, but then every time I saw her on TV, she looked way different. So as a kid, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And then here we are today. Well, we know why now, but today, that is still the thing. Finally, movies and TV shows are starting to be more realistic, even mannequins. When you go shopping.
Sometimes. Yeah, you see a few more.
No, I'm talking about, they're getting better.
But it's
remember
still,
in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
They were all thin to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, and this thing is, looking at the GLP-1 because, again, so many people are on these things. But the bottom line is it's not the GLP-1, it's the effect of the GLP-1, which is, as you said, pretty privilege still exists. Or you can look at it as basically an obesity penalty.
Right.
You're penalized if you're obese or considered overweight. I mean, there has been other research where in terms of there was a landmark experiment that sent out these fake resumes and found that overweight women got 21% callback rates compared to 29% for non-overweight women.
Who gets tipped more in a diner, in a restaurant? I mean, right? I mean, we know. We know who win that battle.
What is the word I'm trying to say? It's like how superficial is that?
We are a superficial society. That's what we are. And I always say we. I'm like us. That just it just is what it is.
Unless you are in a culture that actually celebrates a full-bodied woman. And we're hyper focusing on women right now because that's what the study looked at.
Yeah.
But I think that men will probably say, "Hey, I also feel like I was treated differently when I was thinner versus." I mean, I will just tell you right now, I am someone who has gained and lost weight for the last 20 years.
Okay.
And you can say, well, maybe you carry yourself with more confidence when you do feel, and I think there is something to that.
Mm-hmm.
But there is absolutely a societal acceptance that happens. I mean, I see even as someone in my age group right now, I have started, working on my weight again and trying to be better about Flex Fridays and all that kind of stuff. And I see it.
Mm-hmm. I will say this, Ursula, because I see online everybody's talking about it. You should or you should not, and the GLP-1, and we don't know the studies yet and the research, which, by the way, that can be true.
There are some serious side effects.
But this is what I truly feel about the GLP-1. If this is something that someone is taking and you want to take it, great. And here's why I say great. Not because of how people treat you, because potentially of how you could feel.
Yes.
There's some people.
It can be life-changing.
There's some people walking around that have back issues, joint issues, pain that they live with constantly.
Heart issues, diabetes.
Losing that 75 pounds to 100 pounds could be the difference to where someone feels that and be like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I feel so much better about life.
Absolutely.
And it changes the trajectory of your life because of how you feel on a day-to-day basis. So if that happens because of that, awesome.
Yes. It's just, will we ever see a change where people are not so judgmental when it comes to people's weight? And I mean, should that be a difference maker when it comes to whether you can land a job or not? That's my question.
Well, good stuff,
Text
Ursula.
us.
All right, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, Nazi in Port Orchard. You're funny, man. Coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, would you rather? Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear the John Curley Show, afternoons 2 to 7.
All they care about is whether they make money. You could see it. When Trump was out of office, they lost money. Trump comes back in office, they make money. Fox stock goes up, MSNBC goes down, CNN loses viewers, they lose money, everybody's unhappy. They need people to fight.
The John Curley Show. Subscribe to KIRO News Radio on YouTube and watch live or later.
What if the retirement plan you think you have isn't enough? Marshall and Ellen thought they were prepared.
We certainly thought we had all documents. We'd done the wills and the power of attorney and all that stuff.
Then they attended a seminar with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich at Life Point Law.
The bigger parts of how that all plays out was definitely helpful.
Life Point Law showed them what they were missing.
There were things we never thought of that made total sense once they were brought up. to have things planned so that your family isn't left with a mess or having to deal with things that they don't know anything about.
So what's their advice?
People wait too long. Get started, figure out what you want to do. Don't wait too long. Make those decisions and look at all your options.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way on July 7th, Bremerton July 9th, Everett July 11th, or Bellevue July 18th. Space is limited. Sign up at lifepointlaw.com. lifepointlaw.com.
Puyallup Tribe's Firecracker Alley is now open. 3509 72nd Street East in Tacoma. Stock up now for the 4th at Puyallup Tribe's Firecracker Alley. Open now through July 4th. With over 100 fireworks stands and a variety of food and beverage options, you're sure to get your 4th of July off to a great start at Firecracker Alley. Don't miss the free fireworks show on June 30th. Learn more at puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Nick, you know what my dad always used to say?
Oh, which thing? Let me guess. If you put anything on a hot dog besides mustard, it's un-American?
Okay, that's true. Okay, but no, about the word worry. Remember he used to say about the word worry?
Yes, that it's not a verb, but it actually is.
I know it's a verb, but Nick, his point was nothing comes from worrying. You can sit here and worry about all the news and all about the chaos in the world. You worry about your health, but nothing comes of it. You have to take action.
Right.
Like, for instance, you and I, we go into Longevity Medical Clinic. That's an action. It's about taking that action. Like, people can go to Longevity Medical Clinic, take the free health analysis, and then they can find out how they're aging and the things they can do in order to slow down the process to have a big, full, rich life so you can enjoy a hot dog with whatever you want on it.
And now worry is a verb.
See, there you go. So it all starts for you taking action. I was a patient at Longevity long before I started doing these commercials. So get your free health analysis. Go to lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Hi, I'm Marla at Sky Nursery with a heads up that gardening in July has its challenges. Seattle summer drought can cause plants to droop in just a matter of hours, and rabbits and aphids can get a little out of hand in your garden, especially if you have any travel plans this summer. That's where an experienced Sky gardener can make a difference with down-to-earth and sustainable solutions to all manner of gardening quagmires. After all, you deserve to enjoy a beautiful, thriving summer garden without having to learn the hard way first. We can help. Head to skynursery.com.
Is the Gee and Ursula Show. Hope you guys are having fun. It's time for Would You Rather. We do this every time at
like Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:47.
9:47.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. World Cup edition.
Okay.
Would you rather pay $500, good deal, to get into the stadium on Monday, and you can go by yourself, or go and enjoy the World Cup around the stadium with 3-4 of your great friends?
I'm going with the latter because that's exactly what I'm doing on Monday. I am going with a group of friends, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time no matter what.
Okay. All right.
And as much as, well, what would you do? go into the. Well, you're already in the stadium.
No,
but
I would rather go and watch with the friends.
Yes.
See, that's the thing, though, because sometimes you have an opportunity to maybe buy that one ticket.
Yes.
But then you be by yourself.
Yes. Well, you wouldn't really be by yourself. If I didn't already have this plan and I got this ticket, then I would assume that I would be meeting some incredible people who are very excited to be in the stadium.
Uh-huh.
And you meet, like you do all the time now with these matches, meet people from all over the world and be there in the stadium to say, I was there when. Because as you mentioned, it's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
But I'm so looking forward to just hanging out with friends and being in the fan zones.
How about you, Laura? By the way, Laura Scott is with us today.
Hi.
Awesome last name. What do you got?
Well, here's the thing. It's a pretty easy choice if I'm paying for one ticket into the stadium versus going to a watch party with friends where the energy will be really high and I'm saving a lot of money and I get to make memories with people I care about. If you offered me one free ticket to the match, that would be very difficult to turn down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I like how you put the...
Yes. But you have to go alone.
Yes.
And I don't love going places alone. Even being surrounded by other fans and the opportunities to meet people, just the idea of like walking into the stadium by myself and like sitting alone.
Right.
Like,
Except
but
she could have another Grease moment.
I guess I could. I guess I could.
Yeah, she shared yesterday that while traveling, it was Grease,
good.
right?
It was Grease. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm good at meeting people
Yes.
in
There you
airports,
go.
on planes.
There you go. I know, it was a rom-com on the air yesterday.
Don't you guys think that was a rom-com yesterday with the people that were on top of the in New York? Were they on top of that skyscraper?
We'll talk about that.
Arrested
we'll talk
for
about
love.
that. They got arrested
They
while
got arrested
tying the
for
knot.
love.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was romantic. Okay, all right. Would you rather, this is important, would you rather relive one amazing sports moment again that you relive it all over again, or a chance to go to the upcoming match coming up on Monday? So let me say it again. You get to relive it, meaning you don't know what happens. You remember how you were before, and you have the choice to relive it and go back to this moment, and then you get to relive it, or don't go relive a situation and then go to the upcoming match on Monday.
Okay. I will go with reliving a moment.
Same.
I would like to be there when the Seahawks did win the Super Bowl.
Same. And I'm glad you said that. That's how I am with restaurants sometimes. Yes. I want to go with the guarantee.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't want to do the new one.
Yes. Well, and I'm just not as invested in soccer as I am in football.
Okay. All right.
But I love the fact that World Cup is here, and I look forward to hanging out with friends, again, for the reasons I stated.
Some people like a new experience. How about you, Laura? Would you rather relive?
I'm a new experience person. Yeah. I have wonderful memories from like the Super Bowl parade in 2014, 2015, I guess, because they were, anyway.
It was cold.
It was so cold. And Marshawn Lynch was throwing Skittles, and they were so hard, and they hit me on the forehead, and I've never been happier. I don't need to relive that. Like, that's an amazing memory. I wouldn't change a thing.
Did you really get hit with a Skittle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I got
awesome.
hit with a Skittle.
And you loved it.
I loved it.
Nick, what would you rather do, man?
What was the question?
The question was relive an amazing sports moment, be able to relive it, go back in time and relive it, or have a new moment and go to that match on Monday.
I'm going with the new moment. I mean, aside from the World Cup, if you're going to ask another Seahawks Super Bowl or a Mariners World Series for that matter, I'm going to go with the new experience for the World Series because it's something that we've never seen before, and it would be, I think, a more exciting moment for Seattle fans. So the new moment, I feel like, is a more unique kind of experience, and it would bring more excitement for everyone.
But the new moment that G posed in this question was Monday.
Monday's game.
Yeah,
Monday game.
Same
So
kind
not
of
a World Series.
Same kind of concept, because people have seen like a Seahawks championship before. They've never seen a World Cup championship, let alone a World Cup being in Seattle as well. So
I know.
We've seen how many fans are coming around here. So yeah.
Well, I think that in years to come, we don't know it now, but I think that what the World Cup has brought to the city would probably be on par with what the World's Fair brought to this city, right? Didn't the World's Fair wasn't it the reason why the Space Needle and stuff like that?
Yes, it's always been kind of a landmark event that is talked about for years and years.
Yep.
Yes.
I think that's where we are. All right, Ursula. Now, are we choosing joy at 10 o'clock? What are we doing?
Okay. We are, because the president did say something about a certain plane. So we'll bring that up, but don't despair, because we're also going to be talking about something that we have brought up on the show before. Which college majors are seeing fewer job offers? And then we've also got to talk about the big decision yesterday involving the King County Regional Homelessness Authority.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain why I actually think that was a major step in the right direction.
Are you going to be talking about anybody making a lot of money these days?
Oh, always. Always.
All right, we'll do all that next. Gee Ursula.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
Get ready to rock. It's Hoobastank, delivering their high-energy sounds at Muckleshoot Casino Resort on Friday, July 31st at 8 p.m. Along with Eve 6. It's 2 incredible bands on one unforgettable night. Hoobastank and Eve 6 at Muckleshoot Casino Resort on July 31st. Get your tickets now at muckleshootcasino.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The holiday getaway is on for America's 250th birthday. ABC's Matt Rivers is at Newark Liberty International.
FAA saying that more than 72 million Americans will be traveling at some point over this holiday period. And if you are flying, today will be the busiest day for that. The FAA saying that they'll be handling more than 52,000 flights today. That is thousands more than it handles on a typical day. And TSA is expected to screen more than 3 million passengers today.
Extreme heat, though, could impact travel. Dangerous triple-digit temperatures along with the heat index gripping the nation's midsection and East Coast. Fewer jobs were added last month. According to the Labor Department, there were 57,000 jobs created in June, about half of what analysts projected. April and May figures were also revised lower. In Venezuela, renewed hope after a security guard was rescued alive from a collapsed shopping mall 8 days after back-to-back earthquakes struck. This is ABC News. A new push from Washington to ban an illicit substance sold at deli counters, convenience stores, and vape shops across the country. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
It's called 7-OH, a stimulant that can boost energy. Products can be in pill form, tea, or treats like ice cream and fruit-flavored gummies. The DEA now wants to classify it as a Schedule I drug, the same as heroin and LSD. 7-OH is a psychoactive substance with opioid-like effects derived from the naturally occurring kratom plant.
7-OH overdose can look very similar to an opioid overdose. CDC officials urging Americans to take extra precautions to help reduce the risk of mosquito bites. They say the West Nile virus is spreading faster and earlier here in the U.S. than usual. Officials say that they are seeing the highest number of cases at this point in the season since 2004. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
4th of July holiday travel is kicking off today. More on that first, but we're going to go to traffic. Traffic report is brought to you by KIRO Newsradio. So right now on the roads, north to south on the east side, Alderwood to South Center on I-45 is about 40 minutes right now. That's roughly 8 minutes slower than normal. I-5 is your alternative. It's moving much better at about 26 minutes. Across on the east side, Bellevue to Federal Way is going to take you about 31 minutes, while Bellevue to Issaquah is running close to 9 minutes. Bellevue to Linwood remains a smooth 15-minute drive. That's your traffic report.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Air travel on this 4th of July weekend will require careful planning starting right now. KIRO News Radio's Corin Haig has the latest.
If you have a flight booked out of SeaTac today, brace yourself. Spokesman Perry Cooper says the big getaway day is not tomorrow, it's today.
We may get in one of our top 10 busiest days of the year, of all time, actually. We're expecting a little over 200,000 people to go through the airport on Thursday.
Cooper tells the Gee and Ursula Show on KIRO News Radio the addition of the new TSA Checkpoint 1 means most travelers are through security in 30 minutes or less. Corwin Hake, KIRO News Radio.
Governor Bob Ferguson got a 7% raise yesterday, bringing his salary to $234,000. The Washington State Standard reports the pay bump comes from an independent commission created by voters back in 1987, not the politicians themselves. State lawmakers also got a 7% raise, bringing their pay to about $72,000. Attorney General Nick Brown got the same increase. Team USA is headed back to Seattle for the World Cup.
USA! 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 USA!
That's how it sounded in Santa Clara when the Americans beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 last night to advance to the round of 16. They'll now face Belgium next Monday at Seattle Stadium with a spot in the quarterfinals on the line. And if you're heading to that match, you won't have to factor in the president. According to the Seattle Times, King County officials say neither President Trump nor Vice President J.D. Vance plans to attend the match. Kickoff is set for 5 o'clock. Chinatown International District business owners say the World Cup is hurting, not helping their neighborhood. They say sales are down as much as 22%. Here's Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson.
There's no question that the very significant benefits that are coming to our city has not been, I think, as evenly spread as would be ideal, as we would like.
Gary Lee, a retired planner and advocate for the CID, says Wilson sent homeless drug addicts into their community so soccer fans would not have to see them.
All she did was turn the CID into a human dumping ground.
We are reaching out to Mayor Wilson for a response on that. Meanwhile, the CID community plans a rally for Monday at Hing Hay Park before the round of 16 match at Seattle Stadium. They've invited Wilson. She says she can make it. If she can, she'll certainly be there. Seattle and King County say they're overhauling their regional homelessness agency after a damaging financial review. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more.
Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson and King County Executive Gurmai Zahalai announced the King County Regional Homelessness Authority will lose control of city and county homeless service provider contracts in 2027. And starting this week, Seattle and King County will embed an outside financial team to strengthen financial oversight and improve internal controls. Here's Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson.
What is so crucial is continuity and stability for the service providers and for the people that we are serving.
King County Council member Rod Dembowski says while it is not a complete dissolution of the Regional Homelessness Authority as he has called for, it is a major step in the right direction. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
And for your KIRO News Radio weather right now, it is going to be partly cloudy today. Highs are in the mid-60s. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Grateful that y'all hanging out with us today. You thought it was going to be the best of it. Nope, not today. We're live.
Not this show.
We're live and in color. Good morning, Ursula.
Although someone called me out. One of our listeners called me out when I said, G and I just couldn't bear the thought of missing a show.
Yeah.
And so we did come in to work on this company holiday.
And what'd they say?
And they're like, yeah, the BS meter's going off. He said something about waiting in, you know what. Anyway, the truth is we do enjoy working.
We do.
It's because sometimes it just doesn't feel like work.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say this next segment, as much as we have been really doing a good job about choosing joy and just avoiding certain topics on this show, we've got to bring up something. There are a couple of things that I think rise to the occasion of, we probably should talk about it.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of things we should talk about, but we just choose not to.
Yep.
But in this case, we're going to do that. That's coming up in this next segment. But then coming up at 10:30, what are your plans for the 4th of July? Where are you going to watch the fireworks? There are some great places to watch, but you also need to know that there are some changes. So we'll get into all of that. As always, we ask you to be part of the show. You are an important part of the show. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
What's new at 10?
President Trump took his inaugural flight to North Dakota on the brand new Air Force One jet gifted to him by the country of Qatar. And speaking to reporters before boarding, he made some comments about this luxury plane that are raising some eyebrows.
So this was a gift from a country that's treated us very well. And they're an ally of us over in the Middle East, Qatar. And I went to Boeing. I said, who has the best one? They said, Qatar. There's never been a plane like it. Frankly, we couldn't build a plane like this because we wouldn't be willing to spend the kind of money necessary. They spent top dollar. So the head of Boeing said this is considered the best 747 they've ever built.
And he also said that the emir insists that this is going to be a gift.
And I went to Qatar. I said I'd like to use it for a period of time because the other ones, as you know, are under construction. They'll be here in 2 years. And because, you know, the plane is 35 years old. So I said I'd like to use it. And the emir, Tamim, who's a great gentleman, he said, no, I'd like to make a contribution to the country. So it was very nice.
So the president told reporters he's really excited about all the bells and whistles on this plane. It turns out the luxury plane cost nearly $400 million taxpayer dollars to retrofit even after this gift.
To be honest with you, I'm excited about the first flight. It's something nobody's ever seen anything like it. Even you people with all your experience and all of your talents, you will never see anything like this. So they just completed it. They made it appropriate for a president. That means the security and all of the different bells and whistles they put on. Very complex.
So I wanted to bring this up if there was anything that stood out to you.
Can you bring up the rest of the stuff too, and then I can just put it all together?
Okay.
Okay.
We're also getting reports that the president has made at least $2.2 billion just in this first year back in office.
Mm-hmm.
1.4 billion of that amount is from cryptocurrency, where, as you know, the president has made some changes regarding regulation.
We're going to be the undisputed crypto capital and Bitcoin superpower of the world. Bitcoin's very powerful.
And you might recall, we didn't talk about it a whole lot, but you remember when he put his face on a coin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trump.
That alone earned him more than $600 million in royalties.
Mm-hmm.
And a cryptocurrency firm founded by his sons brought him another $500 million. And so reporters have been asking about that. And White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly said in a statement that neither the president nor his family has ever engaged or will ever engage in conflicts of interest. All actions by President Trump and his administration are taken in the best interest of the American people. And then they said, and any so-called reporters who are pushing otherwise are recycling the same tired, false narrative that Democrats and the legacy media have been pushing for a decade. But I will say that before the flight, ABC News' Mary Bruce asked him about all this money and how he is profiting in his first year.
What message does this send to average Americans, especially those who may be struggling right now financially?
I don't get involved in my personal. We have funds that run my money.
To critics who say you're profiting off the presidency, Mr.
Well, you know why I'm profiting? Because the stock market's going up. Everybody's profiting.
And I'll just play one more soundbite and then let you go. Okay. Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts was on MS Now and says this is indefensible.
Trump has been engaging in an all-you-can-eat corruption buffet.
Yeah, I want to start off, and I apologize, Ursula. I might be a little long-winded here because I went down rabbit holes.
Oh,
but I just want to start off by telling you, and this is the truth. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm being serious. Hear me out. In 2024, before Donald Trump got back in office, he reported about $600 million in revenue, right? Now, then 2025 hits, the first year back in office. That number jumps to over $2 billion, 2.2, right? 1.2 billion of that, like you said, Ursula, came from the crypto, the coins, and all those things. Now, I want to be clear on something. Sometimes people call him dumb. They call him clumsy. They say all of these things about him. He can't talk and all those things. We confuse and we look at the worm that gets put on the hook for the fish. We pay attention to the worm, but we don't pay attention to the results. Ride with me for a sec, Ursula. I was thinking about this. Don King. You guys know Don King. If you guys remember, go look it up. Don King and Donald Trump in the 80s, and they were thick as thieves. Don King. Mm-hmm. Don King killed 2 men before he ever became the big-time promoter. He served 4 years in prison, came out, and he was a big-time boxing promoter. Ali, Tyson, Holmes, George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle, the Thrill in Manila. This man, Don King, was a part of all of that. Mm-hmm. After Mike Tyson was done the first time, he sued Don King for $100 million. Ali sued Don King. So many boxers sued Don King. But Don King, it didn't matter. Don King was basically settling for pennies on the dollar. And when he settled, you want to know what he said? He said this, quote, Don King, well, they're faulting me because they spent their money, but they're mad at me because I kept mine. Don King actually said that. So I want to go back and you're like, oh, where does this Don King have to do with anything? There is a reason why nobody came, other than in court, like nobody tried to do anything to Don King. The reason why is because Don King was a very powerful man that they paid attention to oh, look at his hair, ha, ha, ha. But no, Don King was a very powerful person. Donald Trump is a very powerful person. Everything that he is doing, in fairness, and be respectful to Donald Trump, he's not doing anything behind closed doors. We all know that he's doing these things. Mm-hmm. We knew, boxers knew Don King did those things. Don King spent 30 years as a boxing promoter. Don King today is in the Hall of Fame of boxing. So my whole point, and I'll wrap it up, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what Donald Trump does. Didn't matter what Don King does. As long as people know, they'll keep doing it, and there's nothing nobody will be able to do.
Mm. On our text line, I think you made a great analogy, and I'll also say that on our text line, Kevin in Black Diamond says, good morning, I'm not defending Trump, but show me a politician that isn't profiting off their political position. How many multimillionaire politicians are there that were not multimillionaires before they took office? Another one just texted and said, Nancy Pelosi. And I mean, is that where we are right now? We don't care that there are, I think, very obvious conflicts of interest. And I don't care if it's President Trump, President Obama, but you did mention.
Whoa. Hold on. You said President Obama. When you say President Obama did not profit while he was in office.
That's what I'm saying, though. But I'm saying if he had, I would take the same issue.
Okay.
So I'm wondering why people are just like, hey, yeah, it is what it is. You really want to ask me why people are okay with this? No, seriously. Well, I'm saying Nancy Pelosi. Let's see both sides go after politicians on both sides. That's my point when I say it shouldn't matter who it is. But right now we've got this particular president here, and you cannot look at that and say there's nothing wrong with him getting this fancy plane. There's nothing wrong with him profiting $2 billion on things that, I mean, you were sharing. Was it you who was sharing? Like how people who lost a boatload of money on these things that
the Trump meme coin. I'll give you guys an example. The meme coin, the average person, if they were to invest $10,000 into the meme coin, just so you guys can get a visual, $10,000 into that meme coin, that meme coin dropped so fast. And by the way, before it dropped, Trump and his family made sure they got their money. That same $10,000 is worth $400 today.
Yeah, they lost a lot of money. But someone else made a lot of money, and he's in the White House.
But again, like you could see the text line. And by the way, I'm not trying to. Everything that Donald Trump is doing, he is showing everyone. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to say that these folks don't do it. I'm just saying, and my whole point is, this will continue. And the reason why it will continue, because as long as he is able to give folks the worm, show them the worm, racism, immigration, ICE going after people, as long as they satisfy the people with that, then the grift can continue. And like I said, I can't even be mad, Ursula. He's not doing this behind closed doors. He's made
right out there in the open.
He's made more money in a year and a half than he almost made in all of his dealings as, remember, Trump, the very rich man? In a year and a half, he's made as much money as he did before then.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even be mad. And the thing is people will say, and they will defend it, and I'm not going to try to change your mind. There's nothing you can say.
Well, I think it needs to be daylighted. Exactly. I mean, at some point, we're just exasperated by
But Ursula,
yeah, here it is. And we're at the point now where a president can profit by $2.2 billion in not even a year. The year's not even done.
And
there are very specific things where you say there is a definite conflict of interest. And his family as well. I mean, it's like, it's truly unbelievable, actually.
The Constitution in it talks about where a president, this is what, it's not supposed to profit off the office of being the president. But again, it doesn't matter. He said it himself. What did he say just yesterday when they asked him a question? He said, quote, everybody's profiting.
Exactly. It's the stock market's doing really well, so everyone's doing really well. I guess I'm going to ask you listening right now, are you doing really well?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, no,
you.
Yes. Yeah,
me, but I'm talking Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. It's like, hey, we're all doing well because the stock market's doing well. I don't think people answer that the same.
Here's the part that I don't understand. Now, if you're rich or if you have investments and you're doing well, okay. The part that I don't understand is in the year and a half where he has made and profited as much money in a year and a half as he did all his years previous. Here's the part I don't understand. All while in America right now, people are having the hardest time. Gas, groceries, energy, and it still don't matter. And so when I say I'm not getting mad, I'm not getting mad because
part of it's self-preservation.
It's not behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Because I feel in my heart that there is someone right now that says, yes, I can't buy groceries, but as long as ICE terrorizes and get those folks, I'm happy. Or as long as you take away DEI, I'm happy. As long as you make sure trans people in this country are having a rough time, I'm happy. As long as you eliminate pride parades or be a city that does not fly the pride flag, as long as you do that, I'm okay not being able to buy groceries. I'm okay from getting money from Peter to pay Paul. And so this is why we choose joy on a daily basis, because it doesn't matter.
Well, I think it does matter, but I think also people are exhausted by it. Or someone texted in, I think it was, I want to say John, who texted in and said, I'm apathetic because I feel powerless. And that is a sad, sad statement. 360 says, my 401k and my retirement account are doing great, but I'm still living paycheck to paycheck.
One more thing. You mentioned something. I want to ask you this, Ursula. You said sometimes we have to highlight these things. You said that. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you this? Mm-hmm. What we just talked about, mm-hmm. do you think that the vast majority of people listening right now, do you think they knew? They knew what we said. They already knew.
They've seen it.
They've seen it.
I'm curious. Yeah, tell us. So you see it, you've read about it, or have you read about it? Or do you just bypass it when you see it? You're like, I'm not interested. Armin, who in the 425 says young people don't own assets. I mean, so I also worry very much about young people. I mean, yeah, not everybody's got their 401k and their retirement accounts all ready to go. There are too many people who are still living paycheck to paycheck.
Then you have, growing up, I'll be transparent, Ursula, I was around some drug dealers growing up. And the drug dealers, Ursula, when they would sell drugs, they would sell bad things to the people in the community. But the bad things that they sold to the community, it didn't matter because there was a profit. When you see some of these podcasters out here and you see these folks grifting and giving folks information, it reminds me of the drug dealer in the neighborhood. That they don't care what they are selling because as long as they make the money. And so some would say, well, how does that drug dealer sleep at night? That drug dealer sleeps on some silk sheets.
I was going to say on a really nice bed.
They sleep well. That's how.
Jeff from Linwood just texted in and said, your show is so much better when you don't choose joy. Say what, Jeff? I don't know that we can stomach doing more of that kind of stuff. Okay, right, still ahead, though. Okay.
It's going to be a while before we do that. Yeah. I'm cooked. Hey, Ursula, what are we doing next?
Okay, well, we're going to talk about 4th of July. I mean, it is. And then some folks were asking, like, how is it a holiday for you? Yeah, our company, today and tomorrow are paid holidays. But like I said, G and I chose to work.
Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, where you turn for the news you depend on.
A political shakeup for Democrats that represent Seattle.
Traffic.
Right now, Auburn to Renton at 25 minutes. That's a good 10-minute delay.
Conversation.
3 people on the floor can't cover 20 aisles of plexiglass. They're doing their best. It just doesn't work.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
And the party begins.
Broadcasting live from the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. We're having a trade-in sale. You'll save $30 per door and drawer front off the cost of your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600 or heritagehomecraft.com.
Hey there, Dawn Riley with Olympic Hot Tub. Make this the summer you start to relax and feel better right in your own home. During our All-American Soak, Swim, and Sauna event, enjoy liberating savings on a saltwater hot tub, swim spa, or sauna, with up to 3 years to pay for it interest-free. A soak or swim under the stars, a sauna after a long day. Celebrate feeling better today. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Hi, I'm Marla at Sky Nursery with a heads up that gardening in July has its challenges. Seattle summer drought can cause plants to droop in just a matter of hours, and rabbits and aphids can get a little out of hand in your garden, especially if you have any travel plans this summer. That's where an experienced Sky gardener can make a difference with down-to-earth and sustainable solutions to all manner of gardening quagmires. After all, you deserve to enjoy a beautiful, thriving summer garden without having to learn the hard way first. We can help. Head to skynursery.com.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
EasyCater, the workplace food platform, makes it easy to order food for all your workplace needs.
From favorite restaurants, don't forget that.
Who are you?
Tina. I'm Tina. I use EasyCater at my job.
Well, I am the voice of EasyCater. Don't you have work to do?
Not as much now that EasyCater saves me all that time ordering food for the office, with great options for any group size or budget, all on one platform. Just trying to spread the word.
Fine, let's do the last bit together. EasyCater, it's all the food for your workplace.
All in one place. Start an order at EasyCater.com.
Oh, you're not terrible.
Nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all. Sound like your home? Then call for your free inspection.
InsulationNorthwest.com. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. 2 climbers are facing charges after taking their relationship to new heights. They scaled the Empire State Building's spire, unfurled a banner, then climbed back down, and 45 minutes later got engaged. More from ABC's Aaron Katursky.
Specially trained officers, including one who just graduated this week from the emergency service school, intercepted the couple on their descent.
You can't be up here.
And took them into custody.
Yeah, I'm okay.
An eyewitness said she saw the couple sneak through a maintenance hatch on the 102nd floor.
Here in Washington, the Attorney General's office is investigating the May 26 disaster at the Nippon Dino Wave in Longview for possible criminal wrongdoing. More from KIRO News Radio's Corn Haig.
State Attorney General Nick Brown's office has announced it will investigate the chemical tank blast that killed 11 for any potential criminal activity or wrongdoing and will initiate any needed prosecutions. In a statement, the AG's office says it is making no allegations or presuming any wrongdoing. Rather, the office says it will launch a thorough examination of potential violations of state law. Brown says the Cowlitz County prosecutor requested the assistance and that in cases like this, the AG's office offers unique expertise and resources. Corwin Hake, KIRO News Radio.
A worker at that plant was hospitalized just yesterday after an unspecified medical event. Investigators say there's no chemical leak or spill involved. A small earthquake gave parts of western Washington a late-night wake-up call. The Pacific Seismic Network says a preliminary magnitude 3.8 quake struck just before 11:35 last night near Oak Harbor. More than 1,300 people reported feeling the shaking. And then about 13 minutes later, a magnitude 2.5 aftershock. The Washington State Department of Transportation says there are no reports of damage to any state highways, and officials say no significant damage has been reported. 2 arrests have been made in a homicide case in Pierce County. KIRO 7 TV's Elle Thomas has details.
A body found on property owned by Joint Base Lewis McCord. Police say the discovery started with a missing persons search on June 12th. Detectives looking for the man, Kalik Bradley, when they realized someone else was using his credit card. Tacoma police say that person told detectives everything, even leading them straight to the body on JBLM property. He also pointed the finger at another suspect, a woman, both now booked for homicide and awaiting potential charges.
Now to your KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. This traffic report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. Alderwood to South Center is running about 26 minutes on I-5 and 28 if you're on 405 with only a few minor delays. Expect heavier holiday traffic as the day goes forward with 4th of July travel underway, especially on southbound I-5 as you leave the metro area and eastbound I-90 towards the Cascades. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. Now for your weather, clouds again today. Highs will be in the mid-60s. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Ursula, it's Katrina's birthday.
I know. Happy birthday, Katrina.
Happy birthday, Katrina.
Thank you guys so much.
What are you guys going to do?
Going to Vancouver this weekend.
Gee's favorite place.
I know. You know.
Is it really?
It is. So when you said that earlier, I'm like, love Vancouver.
It's a gorgeous city. It really is.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys.
So cool. And I'll tell you what, you would not have known that had I not gone and gone to the coffee machine. Hello, Katrina.
Just a working girl. You know.
I know. Look at you. You just kept it to yourself.
Working girl, wife, mama of 3 kids.
Yeah, I know.
You're not that
Hello.
busy.
Yeah, you know, I'm not tired.
I know.
It's fine.
I've told you this before. You make things look so easy.
Yes, she does.
You make motherhood look so easy.
Yes, she does.
But you know it is not. It is
That's
not.
just it. I know the truth.
Yeah.
But she just makes it, she comes in crazy hours, all of it. So, but anyway,
Thank
happy
you guys.
birthday.
I appreciate that.
Very, very cool.
Ursula, before you get, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Before you get to your topic.
Uh-huh.
And you're a good suggestion. I've been learning something on the text line this morning.
What's that?
So I'm asking you, if I cheat on my wife, and I go and I
You've already lost me.
Okay, but I'm just saying. But if I do, and Laura Scott catches me cheating on my wife, and she says, "Gee, why are you cheating on my wife?" Do you think that it's okay to say, "Well, other people, both sides, all sides, cheat on their wife too"? Would that relieve me from
what you did?
What I did?
No,
because I'm learning.
No.
I'm starting to see that is a new thing now. Like, I'm doing something, and then so I say, well, all sides do it. Other men do it. Let me tell you about this guy and this guy and this guy.
That's A, human nature. That's also B, where we're at right now. Yeah. I mean, we just recently, in the last segment, addressed $2.2 billion in profits. Please tell me a previous president that has made that kind of money in their first year in office.
But what about Nancy Pelosi?
And I'll tell you what, on this show, we have talked about Nancy Pelosi and other members of Congress who have benefited from those positions in ways that are shady. And yes, those should be addressed. But the conversation we were having in this last segment had to do with President Trump, which is, again, why we choose joy.
Come on.
Okay. But right now, I'm calling on Audible because we're going to move the 4th of July discussion into the next hour. Mm-hmm. But right now, I need to talk about the King County Regional Homelessness Authority, because after years of frustration and the damning audit that raised questions about money and lack of oversight, Seattle and King County are taking power back from the agency that they created to solve the homelessness problem. Yeah. So the King County Regional Homelessness Authority is not being dissolved, but it is being stripped down dramatically.
Today, we are taking further action to stabilize, right-size, and reset KCRHA. The administration of city and county-funded homelessness service contracts will transition back to King County and the city of Seattle.
That is County Executive Gurmai Zahalai, who says the city and county will take back control of about $160 million in local homelessness contracts by January. So that includes shelter beds, housing programs, rental assistance. And Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson says this is about taking political responsibility again. The city and county fund most of the work that is done by this agency. And she says we need more direct control over whether it's actually working.
This agency was given incredible responsibility without sufficient capacity or authority. The agency has faced really deep challenges since its founding. We are trying to do this in a deliberate and measured way so that we do not have disruption.
So yesterday, as this was breaking, my first question was, why don't they just dismantle it altogether, which is what Councilmember Rod Dembowski had called for and another city council member had called for. But the KCRHA would still manage federal and state dollars. And that, I think, is the crucial part of it, is that to dismantle it would mean that you would also lose the federal and state dollars, and that would have ramifications as well. But the big local contracts are going back to the governments that pay for them. And the agency's CEO, Kelly Kinnison, says she respects this decision.
I respect the Seattle mayor's office and the executive's office, and I think Mayor Wilson's right that this actually puts political accountability back where it should be, on those who actually hold the power and the resources, which, as we talked about, KCRHA never had.
So we had talked about this before this decision was made. It's like, what are they going to do with it? And so I'm curious as to what you think.
Have you ever maxed out a credit card? No,
I'm long time ago, but yes.
Yeah, I
yes,
have to.
When I was in college, yes.
Yeah, and there's somebody's listening. Somebody has maxed out a credit card.
Yes.
And then, have you ever got the balance to zero? And it feels good?
Feels good.
And have you ever maxed it again? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, come on, now, follow me now.
Yes.
So you've had a zero balance, you maxed it again.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is, in this particular situation, this is a zero balance, right? Where the balance, right, looks a certain way. But the only difference is instead of the balance being here, the zero balance is now moved another place. You see, just because you have a zero balance doesn't mean that you're free. You need to have better habits.
Thank you.
That's what keeps the balance zero. So here's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I don't believe these folks got new habits. This gonna be the same damn thing. I don't care who holding it. Nothing is gonna change because the habits ain't changed.
And Gurmai Zahalai, the county executive, did address that. And he said that there were going to be major controls in place. I mean, and again, as I've said before, like, why wasn't that in place there in the first place, right? Why did we have to get to this point? But here we are. So I will say that I will give credit and say I credit the county executive and the mayor for doing this, what I call a major first step. I still think the agency has been an abject failure. And we've had the report that there are more people living on the streets today, even though we spent, over $1 billion. And as you said, nobody should get a clean slate. So this might be a necessary middle ground, that this decision, so that they don't dismantle everything and that people suffer even more. But Seattle, King County, and this agency owe taxpayers tighter controls, as you've said. They need to show us clear results, and a big part of that is also accountability. Where did that money go? Right? That's what you're talking about. Did the $1 billion spent actually move the needle, put people into shelter, treatment, or housing? We talked about there's fewer shelter beds.
Now, Ursula, hold on now. You said you giving them credit for the first step.
Yeah, basically taking the money back.
You know how many times after the weekend I said,
give me credit for.
No, I said I'm starting my diet on Monday. Now, if you're listening right now, how many of you all said I'm starting on Monday? And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you do a good job. But then Friday night comes and for some reason you back off the wagon. That's this right now. And I'm disappointed in you, Ursula.
Well,
You're basically excited that they said, oh, we're starting our diet again. We're going to do things all the right way. And I'm telling you.
No, I got to correct you, because I'm excited that they're not going to continue with the status quo and say, let's give them another chance with tighter controls. No, they're saying we're taking the bulk of the money. So you've got only just a little bit of money left, so that you can handle things that we're not ready to handle right now. Maybe down the road, this agency gets dismantled, which I think I would not shed a tear. But if leaders abuse the system, if they ignored red flags, or if public dollars disappeared and there's some criminal activity, again, I want to repeat, there needs to be consequences.
There's no consequences. We already learned. We still don't know what happened to the money in the first place.
So we can't give up on that.
So it's going to be the same thing. They trying to change it. Look at this. Nothing. I'm sorry, Nick, but nothing changes.
Yes.
We still ain't found out what happened to the money before.
No, and they need to.
Y'all gonna fool us by saying we're gonna do something
new?
new?
They say they're still gonna look for it, so let's hold them accountable.
I'm gonna do scenarios next and go get some more coffee.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
Holy smokes! The On Cruise Adventures Rick Riz Show.
What happened at the ballpark yesterday?
Sparky's sitting on my scorpion here, my cat is.
Friday mornings at 8:15 on Seattle's Morning News.
Have you ever really thought about what happens when you can no longer care for yourself?
If you're not prepared, it's like they just ship you off to a nursing home and you may not even have considered all the options that are available to you.
After retiring, Vic attended a free seminar with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayach at LifePoint Law, and it changed the way he planned for his future.
He talked about not running out of money, not being a burden to your family. Those are two kind of basic principles that are obviously important.
So what's Vic's advice?
You have to have a plan. You need a running start. You need to be able to understand the system. I would encourage people to consider getting educated. Rajiv has a lot of knowledge, a lot of practical experience that can be helpful.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way on July 7th, Bremerton July 9th, Everett July 11th, or Bellevue July 18th. Space is limited. Sign up at lifepointlaw.com. lifepointlaw.com.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than a tear out. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Stop waiting. We're having a trade-in sale. You'll save $30 per door and drawer front off the cost of your new kitchen. Count them up and see how much you'll save. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Call or click 811 before you dig. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811. Call or click 811 and visit safeexcavator.com.
Sully here. I help commuters get around. And look, you know the first key to a good commute? A car that starts in the morning. That only happens when it's serviced regularly and repaired correctly. That's why I recommend Bucky's Complete Auto Repair. They've been keeping neighbors rolling for over 50 years. Honest work, fair prices, and zero guessing about that check engine light. And you know it's going to come on. So take it to Bucky's. Your car and your commute will thank you. Visit Bucky's.com. That's Bucky's.com.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Gee and Ursula Show. Hey, do you guys remember early in the week? I told the story. Ursula was asking me stories about me car detailing in the very beginning, and I told the story about Ben's cleaner sales over downtown Seattle and the guy, Russ, that was helping the car detailer out who had no idea on how to stock his van and all that stuff. Well, he's here. He's going to be in studio, so he's going to join us next at 11 o'clock, and you know Ursula, she's going to have some questions for him. But
yeah.
He's going to join us. But right now, scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
One of my best friends just passed away, unfortunately, after a long battle with complications from a rare disease. He had been confined to a wheelchair for the last 10 years, but even with all he had gone through, he was always kept a sense of humor and was sharp as can be. His body just gave out on him. His wife has asked me to speak at his memorial service, and I'm honored. I want to honor him, especially how he loved life and such a great way of having a sense of humor. I want to tell a story that he and I laughed about for years. He and his wife lived in a second-floor apartment, and there was no elevator. This was fine until he was confined to his wheelchair, and they had to move. But it took a couple months. During that time, the only way he could get outside was if someone carried him down the stairs, then carried his wheelchair down for him. I was happy to do it whenever I could. The first time we did it, his wife was really nervous and kept saying, "Oh, be careful, don't hurt him, don't drop him." Finally, I stopped on the landing and said, "What if I did? The guy's already in the wheelchair. What's the worst thing that can happen?" My buddy thought it was hilarious, and eventually so did his wife. It was a running joke for almost a decade. Now, I want to tell that story. His wife has no problem with it and thinks it's a great idea. The problem is my wife. She thinks it's insensitive, and people who don't know me or my buddy will think it's very mean. I want to tell this story. I think I should. But if I do, I might end up a problem, not just with the people in the crowd and the audience, but at home. So what do you think I should do? 888-973-5476. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you up to bat first.
Okay. He's already gotten the okay from the wife
yep.
of his friend who he wants to honor. His friend had a hilarious sense of humor. And this is a story. For me, when I go to memorial services, when I go to funerals, it's the stories. I mean, don't tell me everything and just have these platitudes and things that you can say about just about anybody. That is part of who he was, his sense of humor.
Yeah.
Even when, life didn't always deal him with the greatest things, he found a way. I mean, that just says so much about him. So I would, once again, reassure your own wife that you got the okay from his wife. And this is a story that is going to... again, it's not making fun of people who are in wheelchairs, but just kind of shedding light on who this guy was.
Right. And the story,
that would be...
The story is pretty funny.
I mean,
what if I did drop him?
It is. I mean, it is. And I can see where people would be sensitive too.
Right.
And I appreciate that the wife is trying to make sure that he doesn't become the main topic of this funeral.
Yeah.
But... I just know that when the times I have spoken at funerals or the times I've attended funerals, it's always the stories that help you better understand who we're talking about that really make it even that much more memorable.
Yeah. At my father's, when I gave his eulogy, of course, I told some funny ones.
Oh, yeah.
But the most uncomfortable one that I told is I told the real truth. Like everybody calls my dad. He was a great dad. He was an awesome dad. But I told everybody my dad was selfish. And what I mean by selfish is he didn't like other people's kids. Meaning sometimes I'm like, hey, Dad, can they go to McDonald's with us too? And he'd kind of give me that look. So I told that uncomfortable story. Yes, memorials. You got to make a little laugh. You got to make a little levity.
Right.
In there. You can't have everybody crying. What do you got there, Laura? What do you think? You think you should tell a story?
Listen to your wife. It's not worth the stress on your relationship. I'm sure you have other stories. And also, I do love hearing stories at memorial services. Yes. That story is less about his friend, who had a good sense of humor about the joke, and more about him telling a funny joke.
Oh.
Pick a story that has more to do with your friend. Pick a different one and just avoid the conflict.
I seriously was not ready for that, Laura.
No?
That's actually a good... No, I'm thinking about it.
And it's actually...
I think that's also a good...
You just have a stage to retell a joke to a bigger audience that you thought was really funny the first time. I think you should tell a story that's maybe a joke that your friend made about him being in a wheelchair. Something that has a little more focus on him, and then you don't want the smoke with your wife. She's going to be sitting in the audience, seething, embarrassed.
This is not.
It's just not worth the
This is not
stress.
a fun scenarios.
Well, wait.
Because
No,
Laura
actually,
just changed me.
No. You know what?
Did you change your mind?
You know what I love?
Because you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Absolutely
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm usually right.
Yeah, you know what?
Nick, what do you got?
Too.
What do you got, Nick?
Well, last I checked, this memorial is about the guy's friend and the memories they had together. Has nothing to do with the wife in any way other than the small fact it's the friend's spouse. So if you got approval from the late friend's significant other, go ahead and let it fly and laugh. Get some laugh and levity amongst the people grieving without any concern.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Seems like the wife is making this more about herself than what majority of people want. If the family isn't sensitive about it, don't let someone not in the inner circle ruin the moment for them.
I mean, Laura, you gave me pause, and I could totally see your point. Dave texted in and said, simple. The wife just needs to unclench her butt cheeks. She sounds a little tight. So there's that.
But again, that's your wife.
Your wife. I will say this.
You go home with them
Laura,
at the end of the day.
I got to tell you, if I was debating it and you gave me that reason, I would switch the story.
Yes.
All right, good stuff. Hey, coming up next, we are going to have a guest in studio. He's from Ben's Cleaner Sales, Russ Meyer. He's coming in to tell a story about what it was like first meeting me 23 years ago when I was getting into car detailing. Next, Gee Ursula.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. It all ends July 4th. Staples, that was easy.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Your medication for enlarged prostate is working. That's what you tell yourself. You're up 3 times a night instead of 5. The urgency is manageable. The stream's not great, but it's fine. That's the problem. Fine. Enlarged prostate, or BPH, doesn't pause because the medication takes the edge off. The prostate keeps growing. The bladder keeps working harder. And over time, those changes can be harder to reverse. But surgery? Not for you, right? Aquablation is not the surgery you're picturing. It's the only ultrasound-guided, robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Don't wait until things become unbearable. Find an Aquablation urologist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466. 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. We're having a trade-in sale. You'll save $30 per door and drawer front off the cost of your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600 or heritagehomecraft.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Final preparations for America's 250th celebrations are underway, and in Washington, D.C., that includes heightened security for fireworks and festivities. ABC's Pierre Thomas says more.
19 miles of fencing is being installed as we speak. The other thing, for the first time, authorities are saying, perhaps ever, in order to get on the National Mall, you have to go through a security checkpoint, including a magnetometer.
U.S. Capitol Police say only essential personnel will be permitted to attend tonight's rehearsal for the Capitol 4th concert. And due to extreme heat, details on the concert will be announced tomorrow morning. More than 180 million Americans are facing heat alerts this holiday weekend. In Venezuela, search and rescue efforts continue following last week's double earthquakes, and there are signs of life. A security guard pulled alive from a collapsed shopping mall 8 days later. The U.S. men's soccer team celebrating last night's World Cup win against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The U.S. advances to the round of 16. This is ABC News. A breakaway group of Catholics in rural Switzerland who took action without the Pope's approval now kicked out of the church.
During a ceremony this week, 4 bishops were ordained by an ultra-conservative sect of Catholics known as the Society of St. Pius X. The group opposes calls to modernize the Catholic Church and rejects the reforms that were adopted as a part of Vatican II. The ordinations came with a threat that the new bishops would be kicked out of the church forever, and this week, Pope Leo XVI did just that. He accused the bishops and those who ordained them of creating a schism, which means an intentional break with the church, and then he had them excommunicated. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Alex Ovechkin says he's back and will not retire. The hockey legend returning for a 22nd NHL season after re-signing with the Washington Capitals. That deal reportedly includes a $1 million salary and bonuses worth an additional $8 million. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
A gas leak in Seattle's Madison Park neighborhood, but first, KIRO News Radio real-time traffic with Lori Hardy.
Pretty easy commute for the most part. Seattle southbound is pretty much a speed limit drive. Northbound, you're a little slow past I-90, but still only 24 minutes Federal Way to Seattle. Both directions of 405 look like a speed limit drive. Northbound I-5 is slowing, approaching State Route 18, and that's causing just about a 4-minute delay. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Katrina Gashard. A natural gas leak has forced evacuations in Seattle's Madison Park neighborhood. You're being asked to avoid the area near 41st and East Madison Street. We know an underground natural gas line has been damaged. Puget Sound Energy is working to secure that line. Team USA won its first knockout round game in the World Cup for the first time in 24 years last night, defeating Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 in round of 32 in Santa Clara. These two fans were there, and they plan to go to all USA games here on out.
We're going to follow the team wherever they go. We're traveling to it, so we're happy to be here. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
Their next stop, Seattle, of course. Team USA will take on Belgium in the round of 16 on Monday. Kickoff is set for 5 o'clock. Snohomish County prosecutors say they won't file a felony child rape charge against an Edmond School District special ed teacher, citing a lack of sufficient evidence, according to the Seattle Times. It's the second time in 2 years charges against this teacher have been declined. He resigned from the district back in January, but remains on administrative leave until the end of August. A 20-year-old Navy sailor is behind bars in Clark County accused of raping and trafficking 2 teenage girls. Vancouver police arrested Andrew Guerrero last week at a hotel where he'd been staying while working in Portland. Police say he lured the victims, a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old, through social media and moved them into his room. Both girls are now in protective custody, and his bail has been set at $100,000. Starbucks is turning some of its baristas into paid content creators.
Do 2 pumps of mocha and 2 scoops of Java chip.
It's expanding its Green Apron Creators program through a new partnership with TikTok. Under this pilot program, selected employees can receive content assignments, create videos about Starbucks, and share in advertising revenue generated by the post. The company says the effort is designed to tap into authentic employee storytelling and connect with younger customers online. Now for your weather. It's cloudy today. We'll have a few peaks of sunshine later this afternoon. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. Nope, it's not the best of. This is really us in person as Gee and Ursula. But I'm looking forward to this segment, Ursula. I know we got a lot of stuff going on, but we have a guest. What do you got here, Ursula?
We do. Well, coming up on Agree to Disagree at 11:30, there was a poll question that brought up some interesting results, and I want you to answer the question. Not right now, but at 11:30.
Okay.
Are you proud to be an American?
Okay.
And this is a perfect time to answer that question. Tell us whether you are or not and why.
Yep.
And then we're also going to be talking about how we celebrate the 4th of July. But text us, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
So do you have plans for the 4th of July, and does it involve fireworks and watching them over Lake Union?
Okay.
Because the fireworks show from Gasworks Park is going to happen, and there are some new rules, though. And I think some folks are not aware that Gasworks is now actually going to be gated, and you need a ticket to get in to actually. I've watched many fireworks shows.
Do you like the ticket? Do you like the ticket?
Their tickets are free.
But it's still a ticket.
But there's a donation. I think that they need to do it because they're probably figuring there's going to be a lot of crowds there this time around.
So it's a donation.
A lot of folks are, so they're suggesting a donation. But do I like when you have something gated? Generally not. I would probably complain about it if I were not going somewhere else.
You don't feel a certain type of way when they have a little donation thing and would you like to donate and then you don't donate? Don't you feel a certain type of way?
The only place I feel a certain type of way is when, for Gasworks Park, no, I would totally donate.
Okay.
I would totally, because that takes a lot of money, and there was a point in time when we didn't have the show.
Normally, what does take care of Gasworks work? Tax dollars?
Yes.
That's not enough?
Well, but the fireworks itself, and there's a lot of volunteers, and there's maintenance that goes into.
So the donations will help pay the volunteers?
No. Volunteers being free. But you're asking me, do I feel a certain way? You know when I feel a certain way?
What?
Yeah, when they're asking, for example, if it's a grocery store, I hate to say this, but or when they say, do you want to round up for XYZ? And I'm just thinking like, hey, go ahead. You're a company. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Because I don't know how much of that money that I give you, I donate.
Well, there's administrative fees.
Exactly. So I donate. I donate to causes that I believe in, and I want to make sure that the money that I donate and anyone else donates actually goes for the causes that they say that they're working.
So
for.
the donation is basically paying for the fireworks.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. But bottom line is, if you want a reserved seat or a premium experience, you could be paying anywhere from $66 to $119.
You know,
but they're hoping that
you don't
that
see
helps
the
with
game.
crowd management and safety.
You don't see the game. Wait. Now think about what you just said. Now we went from not ticketed. Now it's ticketed.
Yes.
Now it's offer donation.
Yes.
Now is you have the opportunity to sit in front of everybody, but that's going to cost
the case,
you.
Though I think that has been the case. I've never paid that extra fee. I'm all about the free fireworks.
Now,
and
one
frankly,
thing about Ursula and Long Live Mark, y'all are for show about the free.
Oh, give me a bad time about that. Yeah, just like I like to sit and coach, because guess
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have a tax write-off. I'm going to have to pay through the nose for that first-class seat.
There we go.
Okay, but it sounds like you're not a big fan of this new gated versus
No, I'm
just
not.
walk in.
No, I'm not. I mean, what are we doing? Because this is how it starts.
Yes.
I remember in youth sports. Now, for those listening, hear me out. There used to be a time you come, you watch a baby play sports.
Yes.
Then it was, hey, would you like to pay a donation to come and watch so we can have support? Now, today, it's flat out admission costs to go watch youth sports. You don't see what's getting ready to happen here? Pretty soon, it's going to cost to go see at Gasworth Parks. I'm not feeding into that stuff. Keep it free.
Yeah.
Mama called it free. I'm going to call it free and keep it free. No ticket, no donation. Get into the spot.
You can guarantee that it's going to be free if you have a great viewpoint from somewhere around Gasworks Park, or you do what I'm doing. And we are, as a family, I told you, going to Portland for the 4th. And on the 4th of July, my niece, I told you, rented a van, and it's a 15-person van. We're all going to pile into the van, hang out, and watch fireworks together somewhere in Portland.
That sounds pretty fun.
I know. I was so looking forward to it.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we do have a guest right now.
We got a guest earlier this week. We talked about the Wall Street Journal. They had an article, a piece in there that talked about the new ways to bootstrap your way into your American dream and success.
Yes.
And one of the examples they used was car detailing.
Yes.
And of course, as you all know, I know a thing or two about that. And so Ursula starts asking me questions, and then I told the story about how I first started, how I used to go use other people's water, and I used other people's electricity. And then it got to the point, Palmolive soap. Yep, that's the true. Good one on that one. And then what happened is I found this place called Ben's Cleaner Sales. It's over there it's on 4th Avenue, right? On 4th Avenue. And then I ran into this guy. His name was Russ Myers. So I'm like, that was 23 years ago. And then you were asking me questions about that. And I guess he was listening to the show when I was talking about it. And he joins us now. Here's Russ. Russ, put that microphone close to him out there. Good morning to you, brother.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good to have you here. So you did hear. I didn't even know you listened to the show, man.
Yeah, no, we known each other for a long time. I've always enjoyed listening to you. And so obviously I work during your hours that you're here, so I don't always get to listen to. And yeah.
Well, let's go back 23 years ago.
Yes.
Let's go back
do it.
23 years ago. I guess we're both younger.
Yeah.
Here I come in with this idea. I want you to tell the truth. By the way, I've never asked these questions. What was your thought about this guy coming in to ask about mobile detailing?
I saw a guy that wanted to work. I saw a guy that was looking to make a living, and this is the way he was trying to do it, and he was trying to better himself and his family, and I could see the hustle, and just like you are here on the radio, you're always well-spoken. You always were very confident in what you asked and what you wanted, and so I always appreciated that.
Okay, I love this. Okay, so Gee sometimes jokes around, and sometimes when you said when you would go to door to door, Gee would change his voice up a little bit. Hello.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, what I love what you just said, but tell us, like, what was Gee like working those many years ago?
Boy, I was trying to rack my brain here when he said, "Hey, come on," and I was like, man, trying to rack my brain on recalling all this stuff, but he for sure, you could tell he was a little frantic, right? He was always knew he was a little without, and so he was trying to gain that step ahead and how he could do or get ahead with what he had. And
explain that.
So, he didn't have a nice pressure washer. He didn't have all of the supplies, right? So he sold himself before he sold himself before he had the product, right?
Yes, Russ, well said. Well said.
And we're a family-owned business.
Yeah.
And Ben's was created on helping people, not to become a business to help people, and not a business to generate huge revenues, right? That wasn't the purpose. The purpose was to create a living for his family and to help people. And I kind of took a little bit of that myself. And we don't sell things to people to have a good time. We sell people to help people to put things, they're using the equipment that we sell and the products we sell to put food on their plates, to create a living, to solve solutions. And he came and he had a problem, and I just, I enjoyed his energy, and I just kind of gravitated to him. We were both young. 23 years ago. So I was fresh out of college, just kind of getting my feet wet, working in the business, not sure where I was going, not sure if I was going to be there. And, and then after working there for a little bit, people were coming to me for answers, and I was able to give them solutions that were able to help them. And I enjoyed that. And I kind of just kept building off of that. And he came with a problem, and you could see that he wanted to work for it. And we just kind of grew from there.
Well, I got a question. I just thought about something. So all those years back, now there's people in the office. I can still visually see it now. Probably some of those same people are still working there. Shout out to them. Love them. How come you were always the one to come deal with me? How come nobody else in there? It's almost like they saw me coming, and here comes Russ right around the corner. How come you were the only one that dealt with me?
I would say probably at the point in time when you started coming is really when I started becoming face to face with customers, right? Like not just the guy loading stuff up, not just the guy cleaning the bathrooms, And so most of the other people had other tasks and other jobs, and that was my job and we gravitated and.
Yeah.
You probably came to me with a problem, maybe with something small, fixing a hose. You probably had something broke on you.
Yeah.
That was kind of where I was at. And then we just got to talking and went from there. So.
Okay. So here's my question, because how long did you end up working there, Gee?
Well, I wasn't working there, but I was a car detailer.
Car detailer,
So basically from 2003, right, until, so basically 11 years.
Okay. So when Gee started the Seahawks detailing, what are your thoughts as you've watched Gee progress in his career and the trajectory that his life has taken?
I'm always rooting for everyone. I root for everyone. I don't care who you are. I root for everyone. So it's been fun to watch, and I've always been in the back. Throughout our relationships, no matter where we were at. In a relationship, I've always or where we're at in life. I always just said, "Hey, I know that guy." So I think it's great, right? I think this really fits his personality from where I've known him. One thing I've always known is even when maybe I messed something up, and he was a little, we had a little tiffs, and he was upset at me. He would come blaring, and but I always noticed that he was very confident when he was saying, and he could fire it off really quick, and I was always like, whoa. And so I think that him being able to share his opinions this is just the right spot for him. So I've really enjoyed watching it.
And by the way, and over the years, by the way, we still stay in touch. You'll text me. I get right back to you.
Yes, you do.
I have you still my dog and all those things. Over the years, like I said, this is 23 years ago. And by the way, you're listening to the voice of Russ Meyer. He works over at Ben's Cleaner Sales over on 4th Avenue, downtown Seattle. They do a lot of things when it comes to needs of businesses and companies. They've been around. How long has Ben's been around, by the way?
We're in 81 years. 1945 is when it started.
81 years they've been around. But my question is over the years, since then, is there a car detailing division now with you guys? And how do you guys still help out car detailers today?
We've expanded a little bit more. I would say that's not like our primary focus. But yeah, like we're able to provide solutions in selling them the equipment that they need, whether it be a pressure washer, water tanks, water recovery, chemicals, just able to provide them the solutions that they can do to get their job done.
Yeah.
Okay, Robin Puyallup, who is one of our very regular listeners, wants to know, do you have a favorite G story?
Oh boy, this is not my strong suit. One thing I do remember is we were both pretty young, and I believe you had another wife at the time, and you were from Idaho.
She was from
Idaho.
Yep.
And we didn't know each other for very long.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making a road trip with my dad. We were going to go, and on the way back, we were going to be coming through Idaho at the exact same time he was going to be down there visiting her family.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to connect the dots, but I do remember him inviting me, be like, when you're driving through, get a hold of me and let's meet up, and like, I always thought that was pretty cool. Like he was trying to take time out of his day and, with his family. And
I forgot all about that story about going out to Idaho. No, I seriously did. My next question is, and this part's important because I want to go back to then. You guys do big sales. We're talking about Ursula. We're talking about big companies. So for me to come in as the small car detailer, Ursula, I wasn't spending over $100. I mean, I'm coming in, I'm trying to spend 60. I'm coming in, I'm trying to spend 40 and all those things. Why do you think that your company makes it possible for someone to come in with just very little bit of money to get started?
I believe that because we're not trying to sell you something you don't need, right? Like when you come into our store, and you have a problem, I'm giving you a solution. And the solution, you're going to know what I'm getting, right? If you spend $10, right? Like if you're looking like you have $10, at least you know what you're walking out of the door with, right? Like you're not like, don't have false expectations, right? So like, or if you're able to spend $10,000, right? You know you're going to get the job done. And the hope is you're just able to keep going with that. So, and also just our advice, just the support afterwards. You come to me and it doesn't matter. I can't say we're perfect. We're not going to screw up, but I can promise that at the end of the day, we're going to make it right. So at the end of the day, if my advice was wrong, you can come back to me and I promise I'm going to make it right. So your money wasn't just wasted down the drain.
Yeah.
Gee, with Russ here in studio and you where you are at today, and you mentioned him being pivotal in terms of the direction that your life took. I would love, if you haven't had a chance to say it out loud to the world, what your thoughts are about the role that he's played.
Yeah, I'm glad you're saying this. And so I'm going to say this about Russ and the entire place over at Ben's. First, let me just say this outside of the words of thank you. What really stands out to me, and I think the reason why I brought you up the other day, is because back then, I knew, right? Like when I say I knew what your company was about and how big that it was. And I would see all of the big companies that you guys would deal with. The way that you guys still treated me as if I were a $10,000 to $20,000 customer, right? Even though I was only spending $40 to $50. And Ursula, when I say like for real, 40, 50, like
I remember you told me.
That's really all I had. You know what I mean? Now, if I get over 100, that means the big bucks. But I think what I wanted to just say is that, and I think that's why Ben's has been around for 81 years. So I'm going to say thank you to you guys because you guys treated me, even though I was a $40, $50 customer, you still treated me like a $10,000 customer. I would come in, Ursula, I would need an emergency, a hose was broke or my tank was messed up, and I would come in and they would still sometimes fit me right in because I had been coming there. So it was more of, hey, we're going to take care of that guy. Now, they didn't have to. Some businesses today, I don't know how you guys would treat a $40, $50 person that's coming in, considering that you have tens of thousands and you're not keeping the light on.
You're not the big fish.
You're not even keeping the lights on. You're not even paying for the toilet cleaner for $40, $50.
Yeah.
So, Russ, I just want to say, obviously you and your company meant enough to me for me to be mentioning you still in my journey. So I just want to say thank you, right? That I have an opportunity to thank you in person. Everything that I am, I people always say, well, gee, look at all the hard work, which I have worked hard. However, I would not be here today with a lot of people without the support and the help from people like you. And so I want to say thank you for what you did. Who knew 23 years later it would turn to this? But the fact that it did, thank you, man.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people who would not do what you did. You didn't have to. Ben's didn't have to, but you did. So thank you.
And it's a reminder how your life can change in an instant. Like if you are listening to this story right now and like, man, nothing is going right, it just takes one person or one chance or one opportunity, like you encountering each other.
Yeah.
To completely change that.
I don't think there could be a better compliment. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. Real quick before you go, because I didn't do it justice, explain real quick, if you can, what it is that Ben's does. I know they don't just come out there and help out $40, $50 people like me. What is it that you guys do?
So we specialize in steam cleaners and pressure washers and chemicals. And it doesn't matter whether you're someone like G. Scott here with needing some chemical to wash some cars, or your King County Metro or Seattle Parks. We're really involved in the city. King County Metro and Seattle Parks are our biggest customers. And so we really take pride in being able to take care of the city here. So,
and you provide the supplies necessary.
We buy the supplies.
Yes.
We make custom stuff. There's no limit. That's kind of like, but he had a solution, and if it wasn't on my shelf, I'd find it. So,
yeah.
I got a quick little story. You got a second?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So one thing I probably never told you is there was one time. I believe, and you've mentioned it a couple times, you've on the show that you were sleeping on couches, and I believe this is during one of those times, and he had brought some machines in for repair, and they were there, and I remember him not having money to pick them up. Like we repaired them, and they were for quite a while, and I remember walking by, and there was a pawn shop tag on them, so he had picked them up from pawn and brought them to us to get repaired. And I just I remembered that, and I just remember that even though he didn't have money, he could find cheaper places, he could buy cheaper things. He still entrusted us with that, and those things go a long way with me, like loyalty. You talked about dollars, right? Like it's not about the dollars and cents, it's about the loyalty, the relationships. And I specifically remember just letting you take them out on your own, just trusting you that I was going to get my money back, and we did.
Wow. Was not expecting that one.
Me either, man. That almost got me. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Whew. All right. Agree to disagree next. Gee and Ursula. This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
Les Schwab Tires has always believed that taking care of people is the right thing to do. Today, that means more than trusted service. It means delivering real value, too. That's why we're lowering prices on hundreds of tires without changing the service and expertise you've always counted on. Consumer Reports named Les Schwab the best tire retailer for 2026. We'll keep working every day to earn your trust. See leschwab.com for details.
And the match is about to begin. Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat. Eggs are an incredible source of protein and omega-3s. But have you thought about what the hens eat to make healthier eggs? At Wilcox Farms, our hens enjoy organic pastures and a diet of organic grains and flaxseed, creating vibrant yolks, richer flavor, and real nutrition for your family. Next time you're at the store, choose Wilcox Eggs. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Olympic Hot Tub's All-American Soak, Swim, and Sauna event is here. Now's the time to save thousands on a saltwater hot tub, swim spa, or sauna. With up to 3 years to pay for it, interest-free. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Call or click 811 before you dig. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811. Call or click 811 and visit safeexcavator.com.
Nothing worse than clutter. With Closets by Design, everything will finally have its place. 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months 0% financing on approved credit if paid in full. Closet.byDesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Security is tight in and around Washington, D.C. for July 4th celebrations over the weekend. ABC's Pierre Thomas also says the fireworks along the National Mall will have heavy security presence.
19 miles of fencing is being installed as we speak. The other thing, for the first time, authorities are saying, perhaps ever, in order to get on the National Mall, you have to go through a security checkpoint, including a magnetometer.
Here in Washington, a natural gas leak has forced evacuations in Seattle's Madison Park neighborhood. KIRO 7 TV's Heather Bosch is at the scene.
Fire
fire trucks up and down the street on East Madison here. We're told the firefighters started getting calls around 9 this morning about a natural gas leak. So what they did was they came out, they monitored the air in a commercial building here and determined it was dangerous. About a dozen businesses and half a dozen homes in the area had to be evacuated. Puget Sound Energy determined a pipe was damaged. They're going to have to dig through the asphalt to repair it, so they could be out here for another hour or so.
Air travel on this 4th of July weekend will require careful planning starting right now. KIRO Newsradio's Corin Hake reports.
If you have a flight booked out of SeaTac today, brace yourself. Spokesman Perry Cooper says the big getaway day is not tomorrow, it's today.
We may get in one of our top 10 busiest days of the year, of all time, actually. We're expecting a little over 200,000 people to go through the airport on Thursday.
Cooper tells the Gee and Ursula Show on KIRO News Radio the addition of the new TSA Checkpoint 1 means most travelers are through security in 30 minutes or less. Corwin Hake, KIRO News Radio.
The World Cup matchup Seattle fans were hoping for is now set.
There's the final whistle. Seattle, we're coming back.
Team USA will take on Belgium next Monday at Seattle Stadium in the round of 16. This is how it sounded when the Americans punched their ticket last night with a 2-0 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's their first knockout round win since 2002. A win over Belgium would send the U.S. to the quarterfinals for the first time in 24 years. Kickoff Monday is at 5 o'clock at Seattle Stadium. And now for your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic with Lori Hardy.
Traffic is brought to you by Global Credit Union. An accident southbound I-5 right near the T-Dome has you backed up to Bay Street, costing you about 4 minutes, Federal Way to Tacoma. Westbound 90 at Rainier, an accident is blocking a lane, backing you up all the way across the lake. It's about a 1 minute delay, taking 12 minutes, but if you take 520, that's a 16-minute drive, which is 4 minutes longer than usual. Also seeing a little bit of a southbound 5 slowdown in Olympia as you approach State Route 101. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
For your weather, it's cloudy today. Highs will be in the mid-60s. Right now, it's about 59 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Okay, before we get to agree to disagree, I've just got to say how awesome to hear that story. And the look on your face when he mentioned the pawn shop part, where your equipment, he saw the pawn shop stickers and you had no idea that he had seen that and they still trusted you.
No idea. No. Like you saw my look in real time. Like I looked and he said, and he talked about the pawn shop and I never discussed that with him.
No.
Never.
No, you've mentioned it to me where you said things were so bad that I was having to sell and buy back my equipment over and over.
Yes. When I talk about getting money from Peter to pay Paul, that was me. And the fact that he still knew.
I know. That's like, okay, a few people were texting in and saying, great story, gave me goosebumps. And that was truly awesome. But I think it just gives hope to people who are struggling. Like, you never know when, and it's like, keep your eyes open for those opportunities. Yep. And also for folks like him who gave you that opportunity.
In a business, that's why they've been around 81 years.
Yeah.
To help out the guy that's coming in spending $40, $50.
I know, for sure. Okay, it is time for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves, just really go at it.
On our 250th birthday, only 33% of American adults say that they are extremely proud to be an American. That's the lowest.
What percent?
33. 1/3.
So
it's the lowest in the history of Gallup's polling on this. And even more interestingly, Gee, those numbers come with a big political divide, which honestly is not surprising. So 70% of Republicans say they're extremely proud, but only 14% of Democrats feel extremely proud. Now, they ranked this. It was extremely proud, very proud, not so proud, like down the line. So this is the 33% is the number at the tippy top.
Yes.
Extremely proud.
Which they couched it, they basically said that's the lowest since 2001.
Right.
And so I think the question would be, how do you answer that question? Are you proud to be an American?
Yes. And it was real easy to answer that. So, you guys know me. Sometimes I get in the weeds, Ursula. Are you proud that that's your dad? Are you proud that that's your last name? Are you proud, like, what other dad do you have? And if you do have, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some times where your dad or someone might do something disappointing, or someone in your family might do something disappointed. Or are you proud of your ethnicity, right? There might be someone who shares the same ethnicity as you, where someone does something that is disappointing, or even you yourself might do something that's disappointing. I'll just kind of keep it simple like this. One, I don't know anything else different. And if I wasn't American, then what else would I be? So if I'm not American, what would you want me to be? What would I want to be? Do I want to be, Russian?
Well,
Do I
some
wanna
people
be
say, I'm moving to Canada, or I'm moving to Portugal. I don't want to live in this country. I mean, there are a lot of people who are making those choices right now.
And they might do that. And I'm not, and by the way, if you aren't proud, I'm not demonizing you. That you have that right. This is for me. Me, yes. I don't know how any other way to think, because if I thought any other way, especially considering the segment we just had just now, I wouldn't be here, because my whole life I was chasing the American dream. That now, maybe I was naive. Maybe I was like, there is no American dream. Maybe not. Maybe there is. But I was trying, and I don't know anything different. You, Ursula.
I'm with you, and I have known different. I was born in another country. I was born in the Philippines to a Filipino mother and a German father. My dad gave us German citizenship.
Okay.
So I had a German passport until I moved to Seattle. So I was already in my 20s when I chose to become an American citizen here in Seattle.
Right.
And I think it was the best decision of my life. I would not change it, even though I'm very disappointed with a lot of things that are going on right now in this country.
Yes.
And we talk about a lot of those things that are happening. But I would still, over and over and over again, choose to be an American.
Same.
And I'm still proud to be an American.
Same.
And me criticizing what is going on in this country that I disagree with is one of the reasons I love being an American, is because I have the freedom to disagree.
Come on.
With some of the things that are going on.
Yes.
And the fact that I can do a radio show with you and talk about these things freely is, again, another reason why I love being an American. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So while I understand this polling, when it comes down to it, like, I can't think of another citizenship that I would want to take on. And people have asked me, hey, do you want to see if you could get dual citizenship?
Right.
And the answer is no. I want to fight. I want to fight in this country to make it as good as it can be.
Yes.
As good as we know it can be.
No doubt. And could you, I just want to say, could you imagine someone saying, or me saying, Ursula, I'm not proud to be an American. And I got a daughter that's a federal defense lawyer. I got a son that's playing for the Jets. Like, huh? Like, what else? Do you know how there's some people that don't live in this country would love to come and take my spot right now? Hey, G, you not proud? Can I get that spot?
Right.
But you could be disappointed and proud. Both things can be true.
Absolutely. Can I share a couple of the listeners' comments?
Yeah.
Catherine in the 360 says, I am a naturalized citizen. I love the diversity of the United States.
Yes.
When I took my citizenship test, there were people from dozens of countries. Same for me. It was beautiful. In my group of friends, I have friends from the Czech Republic, Russia, China, and I think that is what makes America great. Always bringing in new ideas and new people constantly getting the cross-pollination. I cannot think of anywhere in the world where people are given the opportunities because of the entrepreneurial spirit and things that are in place to encourage people to start their own businesses, as you just shared.
There's things that happen here at KIRO that I'm disappointed in, but I love it here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Am I proud to be
two things can be true.
Am I proud to be a KIRO Radio employee? Yes. Do I love it when my key card still works? Yes. Yeah. Text message feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's words to live by.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear the John Curley Show, afternoons 2 to 7.
All they care about is whether they make money. You could see it. When Trump was out of office, they lost money. Trump comes back in office, they make money. Fox stock goes up, MSNBC goes down, CNN loses viewers, they lose money, everybody's unhappy. They need people to fight.
The John Curley Show. Subscribe to KIRO News Radio on YouTube and watch live or later.
What if the retirement plan you think you have isn't enough? Marshall and Ellen thought they were prepared.
We certainly thought we had all documents. We'd done the wills and the power of attorney and all that stuff.
Then they attended a seminar with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich at Life Point Law.
The bigger parts of how that all plays out was definitely helpful.
Life Point Law showed them what they were missing.
There were things we never thought of that made total sense once they were brought up. To have things planned so that your family isn't left with a mess or having to deal with things that they don't know anything about.
So what's their advice?
People wait too long. Get started, figure out what you want to do. Don't wait too long. Make those decisions and look at all your options.
Register for a free Life Point Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way on July 7th, Bremerton July 9th, Everett July 11th, or Bellevue July 18th. Space is limited. Sign up at lifepointlaw.com. lifepointlaw.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Hi, I'm Marla at Sky Nursery with a heads up that gardening in July has its challenges. Seattle summer drought can cause plants to droop in just a matter of hours, and rabbits and aphids can get a little out of hand in your garden, especially if you have any travel plans this summer. That's where an experienced Sky gardener can make a difference with down-to-earth and sustainable solutions to all manner of gardening quagmires. After all, you deserve to enjoy a beautiful, thriving summer garden without having to learn the hard way first. We can help. Head to skynursery.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Spike O'Neill here. If your loved one's caregiver is planning a vacation or just needs a break, why not consider Aegis Living Respite Care? A short-term stay that provides 24/7 expert care, Aegis Living amenities, and peace of mind for you and your family. Go to aegisliving.com/spike to schedule a visit today.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's the Gee and Ursula Show. We're towards the end of the show. What's going on with the text messages?
It didn't feel like we worked today, though. Just want to say thank you to all of you who hung out with us. And it will be a best of tomorrow. And then we'll be back on Monday. Well, at least I will, because Gee, let's talk about the World Cup.
No.
Oh, wait, are you going to be able to work?
I'm coming in on Monday.
That's right, because it's a 5 o'clock show.
It's a 5 o'clock show.
Even 5 o'clock match.
Even though they want me there earlier, I said no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming in to work on Monday. So, Ty, all you guys that want to make fun of me, I'm coming in to work.
Okay, well, speaking of the World Cup and the energy in the stadium, Lori in Bellevue says, I've been working at the World Cup games and have had the chance to hear my man Gee pump up the crowd. Gee, you have done Seattle proud. Cannot wait to hear you Monday. USA! USA!
Can I just give a shout out to all of the volunteers? They have been so incredible at the World Cup. A lot of the stuff, like there is no World Cup in Seattle without the volunteers.
So true. And I have seen them also doing their magic outside of the stadium.
Yep.
And the number of people who... Do you know that Long Live Mark actually applied to be a volunteer?
No.
Did not get a call back? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, my husband, who was born and raised in Seattle, was like, wait, what did I need to do to get a volunteer spot?
I didn't know that.
He said...
He really wanted to do that?
He said he thought he might have applied way too early. Oh, yeah. He would have loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he would have loved it. 206 says, I am blessed to be one of the volunteers at FIFA distributing fan ID cards after people enter the stadium. The excitement from all the fans is absolutely electric. Oh, and then Renee, we've got to mention this one.
What'd she say?
Please encourage listeners and out-of-town fans to visit the International District before and after games. That is so true. They've just been hammered. And people have been told, stay away because it's dangerous. They need your support. And in fact, I'm going to try to do my thing on Monday and support them.
Awesome. On women getting jobs and relationships after losing weight. Our good friend Allison from Stillicum says, I have lost over 100 pounds with diet and exercises, and I am 100% treated differently, including with my own family.
It's true.
Or you get some money in your pocket.
Mike in Portland said, the sad thing is that we equate obesity with laziness.
Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Tom says, first of all, Ursula, you're gorgeous inside and out. I've lost 77 pounds, and I have friends or acquaintances that now really want to hang around with me more than they did when I was heavy. to be honest with you, I have zero desire to be around people who feel that way. All of us got to start looking at what's inside a person rather than what's on the outside.
If I haven't said it lately, I just love Tom.
I do too.
Such a good dude.
If there's somebody in your life that every time you talk to them or hear from them, they just kind of put a smile on your face,
Yes,
that's Tom.
that's Tom, for sure.
That's Tom.
On Trump's new jet from Qatar, Grandma in Everett says, so he spent $400 million to fix up a used plane. Did he kick the tires first, haggle on the price?
Yeah.
No, that was actually $400 million of taxpayer money.
Alice on Vashon says, you probably missed the New York Times article yesterday where Donald made a statement that he found no one cared when he was cautious about monetary ethics in his first term. So he realized he didn't have to worry about that the second term. Yeah, I missed that article.
Sue in Tacoma says, it's called corruption. Mob bosses do this, but less blatantly.
Ursula, it's now time for your words to live by. What you got?
On that note, hold on.
Okay.
Are you proud to be an American? Jane Kent says, I'm absolutely proud to be an American, but I'm scared that we're letting our freedoms go.
Ooh.
Okay, with that, I'm going to give a quote from Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay.
Who said, it is not what we have that will make us a great nation. It is the way in which we use it. Happy 4th, everybody.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Brother Nick?
Well, we're one day closer to the 4th while this show goes on break, while we celebrate and catch up on some rest with time we take. And we're going to need that buffer zone to lift spirits around before that next World Cup match with the U.S. back in town. So have fun with the longer weekend wherever you go, and we'll be right back here on Monday for that big World Cup show. Even G2 telling FIFA his call time's going to have to be a little bit later for their liking so he can join us.
That's right. That's right. Thanks, Nick. Hey, Lori's here. Hey, good to see Lori.
Thank you.
There's a Lori, and then there's a Laura. Laura, thank you for our show today.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nate got us confused once when Lori was doing the traffic report. he threw to Laura, and I go, what? I haven't prepped traffic.
Thank you. Ursula, thank you.
Thank you.
So
have a great weekend. I'll tell you, on Monday, we'll share the stories about how the whole thing in the van went, and you'll tell us what you did for the 4th.
Yep. We'll be doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Hey, Nick, thank you for what you do, brother.
You too, man.
Hey, the Jake and Spike show is coming in next, minus Laura Scott, though. Yeah.
Ella's filling in for me. She's going to be great.
Oh, I love Ella. She's cool. Happy birthday to Katrina, of course. And hey, we appreciate all of you. Have a great holiday weekend. We'll do this again on Monday. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you had as much fun as we had. So long, everybody.
I was wrong, and I just can't live without you.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate. And there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466. 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
Deep to right field. Going. Goodbye, baseball.
At T-Mobile Park, you've always got the best seat in the house. But for a view that's a real home run, check out right field. Make that the dump yard. Sure, it's a great spot to see our fearless outfielders fly, dive, and slide.
Wow! Victor Robles makes the catch!
But you might get to flash some leather too, because the forecast in the dump yard always calls for rain. Raining big dumper home runs, that is.
Number 60, the magical tour of Cal Raleigh just continues.
Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
Don't miss this week's Cal Raleigh Funko Pop giveaway. You have one last chance to score this one-of-a-kind collectible when the Mariners take on the Angels tonight at 6:40 at T-Mobile Park. The first 10,000 fans will head home with this must-have Funko Pop. Lock in your seats and check out full lineup of special events at mariners.com.
Hey, buying a used car can be stressful. Sunset Auto Family takes that stress away with a 48-hour used vehicle exchange policy. You pick it out, you drive it for a couple days. If it's not the right fit, they'll help you find one that is. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
KIRO News Radio.
Get on the YouTube channel.
We're live all day on YouTube. Every show, every day.
Hang out with us. The whole gang's there.
And you never know what you might see.
Back up the camera. Oh, my God.
Just search KIRO News Radio, then subscribe.
Our national parks didn't just happen. They were imagined by those who saw beyond their time. The trailblazers, the bold. They stood on the edges of canyons, walked through history, and understood that these places need us just as much as we need them. Now it's up to us. Join the National Park Foundation to ensure what's all of ours is here forever. Donate at nationalparks.org/trailblazers.
Call or click 811 before you dig. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811. Call or click 811 and visit safeexcavator.com.
Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. It all ends July 4th. Staples. That was easy.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you